Are we live? I hope we are. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. It's another wild day, bro. We've already got Mexico trade headlines and another wild day. Exceptions. You had DeepSeek fears because of Baba this morning. The German situation was intense. So, very wild day. We even got to hear from Scott Bessent. Market is down 2.2 right now. So, it's very big. We had a couple of plays that we made. But generally, we're kind of chilling a little lower. It's a weird version of yesterday. But we are here now. I'm glad that you are here. And now, I think we get into PHILO. So, now, I think that's me. My chat's not loading. So, I technically can't see any of you. If I go to my other screen, I can. Yeah, we back, baby. I just had to get rid of Don Lemon. That's it. You guys don't even want to hear me rant. You know that? You don't even want me to rant on that. You know that? You don't even know, bro. You don't even know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, my chat won't load. Anyways, let me send out this stream alert. Let's get our PHILO alert in here, and then let's begin, baby. And then, if you didn't know, some of you, this is important. Uncle Answers released a new song today. Very random. Isn't it great, though, you guys? I finally released the song from Uncle, and none of you have ever heard it before. You know, this time I didn't leak it. That's why I made sure he released it as soon as possible. Isn't that amazing? You haven't even heard it once, except for today. It's new to your ears. I know, man. So check it out. I sent out the alert, and then we'll play a song, and then we'll come back to it, and then we'll get the PHILO pop in.
I ain't trying to be a menace.
Oh wow, that was a lot. OpenAI and Oracle said to eye billions or millions of NVIDIA chips. Yo, NVIDIA is not moving. And then Oracle too. Are we just mad early on that? Am I tripping? I'm doing it. I'm grabbing a very cheap one. Oh, 5 minutes ago. Never mind. That's why. All right, I'm going to sell it now. Never mind. I literally lost 175. I am late on that one. Bro, it just disappeared. It flashed on my wire and then went away. Boo. All right, anyways, let me play that again, and then let's get it popping. My long term is popping. My long term is cool.
Some people don't even have dreams. You know what I'm saying? But if you
watch out for the low.
Have a dream, chase it, bro.
I had a dream like Martin, then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southeast sad them. Good more, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach the big leagues, ain't throwing underhand. I'm not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad. Mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll bought more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm on with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back.
Okay, coming back down. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little gap between the PHILO start. Citadel posts record $9 billion trading revenue in 24. So give it a minute. We'll wait. I'll begin once this stops dropping. You know the vibes. But again, you should be aware of all of this. Like I said, the homeboy posted it. My last play was TLT. So again, I positioned for those. We have the calls. I got rid of the put. I got a UVXY. So we got light positioning into this. But again, think about tomorrow. And then if it gets any worse from here, yeah, it can be a little wild. So get ready. And then again, too, just like the song you heard, the fact of the matter is right now you're here because you want to be here. So we're about to get into PHILO. I am going to explain things. And I love explaining this, man. You have no idea because I don't know, man. I know that sometimes like people don't really feel you and, you know, people judge you and a lot of things. But I'm very grateful that in this journey I've met millions of people, but it's like 1 out of every 10, they like actually feel me and they actually hear me. And that's good because like I'm saying, I'm not here to push anything on you, man. And I want you to hear that from my soul, not scripted, not anything, you know. And I do want to share things that I think are good for people. And I've literally watched it change people's lives. But at the end of the day, not trying to push anything on you. So I'm glad that you're here and I want you to get something out of it, but I'm not requiring anything. All I'm requiring during this moment is hard work and a good workflow. That's it. Very simple. That's all I care about right now. So if you think what I'm talking about, some foo-foo nonsense, God bless you, no worries. Only post plays, post news, and that's it. And vice versa. If you want to do the PHILO, you do that. And that's how we could work during this moment. Unfortunately, if you really could hear me, not everybody did. Not everybody likes this, but I don't have time for the nonsense. I'm not going to tolerate the nonsense. It's super simple. I will work hard for you because I want to. You know what I'm saying? It's like a genuine desire of mine to be here and do what I do. So very simple. If you want to only focus on that, focus on stocks. Only post stocks. Keep the chat clean. No negative shit. No bullshit. That way, boom, I could verify for you. You know what I'm saying? Very simple. Big thing. Again, we're hitting a low right now. We're already positioned. So that's the beauty about being prepared. We don't need to panic all the time. But post only plays if that's what you want to focus on. Otherwise, if you don't like that shit, just shut up. And then that's it. That way we're focused and we all work. So I appreciate you if you have that respect. And we'll get into it once I start clapping. But for now, let's wait until this stops. Oracle's dying. So, damn, Oracle, NVIDIA, hold on, you guys. Yeah, I want to start the PHILO, but you're breaking now. You're 10 points lower. Holy fuck. Ah, damn it. I don't want to do this. Yeah. So this is it, bro. 5.719. Down to like 5.714. That's like the overshoot, okay? If that doesn't hold, you're going to 57.07 and then 5,700. Technically, there's a 46.90, but I'm not. I told you earlier, you break this. Unfortunately, I really think like 56 to 5,400 comes in play. There's no news. It's the same shit from earlier. It's pressure. You've actually had more good news than not, to be honest. But the pressure, the volatility it's weighing and heavy, very, very heavy. So that's why we got a lot of moves without a headline. Okay, VIXs are now up 20. TLT's up 20. You're fucking me, dude. So yeah, that that worked. I was right on that. That TLT worked way better than any volatility play. Just because we got it at a good time. It went from red to now it's launching. But yeah, the TLT is up more than the fucking VIX. And I got that late. You see what I'm saying? VIX I had from yesterday came back to life. One late stage TLT, even before the sell-off, that paid out better. Interesting. Now near the money plays are back up even more. Okay, yeah, premiums are wild right now, man. So like I told you, though, you already saw it. We even took a late-stage play and hit. Where is that play? What was the SPY play? That's a 551. Let me show you. Let's go back. And that's what I'm saying. When you go to these plays as a lesson, you guys, I go back to them jokingly, you know, when we're like, oh, but like you can go back to them for like an educational reason. Does that make sense? Because I want you to see how it's stacking up. Because look, when we got that play, we got it at 18. It went up to the 30s. It doubled up, right? And then I took the profits, and then it went a little lower. That was the extra money you could have got. And then on this bounce, it came even lower than what I bought it for. So now you're back to 100%, but realistically, you could have frogged that one. So you didn't. I think we executed pretty good unless it keeps going. And then there's TLT now. I think motherfuckers are picking up on the fear. That's it. We were early. Fuck yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now TLT is green. Now we're going to get back to the fear zone in a weird way. The dollar, that's the bad part. The dollar is being concealed by the euro. Just like how the yen and other stuff was getting in the way. Again, that European inflation, German debt, that's very bad. That moves the euro too much where the dollar impacts are a little odd. If gold flushes, that's not good. No move. Wait till Mexico moves. Again, Mexico had good headlines. So 57.15. What did I tell you? 57.19 to 57.14. That's the overshoot range. So if that goes below her, it's going to be 5,700. Double dono. First 5-figure day after 5 years. Let's go, bro. If anyone deserves it, it's you, man. You're working hard. Now, don't give it back. That's what I will say with force, my brother. Do not give it back. That's the thing. You know, like I've told you at the other time, I've even missed 1,000%ers because I'm like, the part I do, I'll give money back on my last trade once I kill all of them. So just don't give it back. Even if you closed it, I'm saying don't re-expose it and don't be going off ego. Same head on a swivel. Good fucking work, though, bro. You've been on it. No Trump headlines. We'll get him. I think he's going to talk about the Mexico stuff. I would get ready for the calls when he talks. Because like I'm telling you, in my mind, everything today has been bullish. And then all we've done is go down. Where is it? So look, this is the one to watch. I said watch this in the morning. So I tweeted it. I put it out on the stream alerts. I said 589 for tomorrow. Watch that call, but you want it at 30 cents. So I said that at $1. Look at where it's at now. It's at 41. So in a weird way, I don't want it to go up yet. Ideally, if we could die, premiums die, and I could get that play at 30 before Donald Trump, I think that will be a hitter. If not, I'm not going to force anything. But yeah, watch that. 589. I haven't made that play. I do not own that. I even stream alerted it out, and I just said, put this one on watch if it goes to 30. See, so that's the thing. Calls are the move, but don't make this mistake. Not any call. That's what we've learned the last couple of days. right? Because you could get a call, but if it's not quality enough for the time, you won't make as much, and you're still exposing your money. So I agree that the calls are a move, but this is why I'm saying we got to snipe the right one to make sure we could have we need the sweet spot of low risk, high return. So amen. So hunt, baby, hunt. Yeah, Trump's going to be on 2, but he's going to lag. So let's get this popping, baby. I think now's a good time. We got our low and bounce. We'll see where it takes us. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time for PHILO today. So we got a lot of reading still, and I hope it does it. Yesterday was crazy, and I know the words sometimes are like complex, but I really, dude, I don't know, man. I've been loving reading some of this stuff, and I really hope some of you are like, I don't know, man. I hope your mind is being molded in a good way. You know, that's why I can make my jokes all day, bro. And like, you know, I don't want your mind to be molded to gambling and hoes and drugs and have fun and don't think about the future, you know. It's like, for real, like I've been telling y'all, I really hope that you are changing the way you think in a good way, in a logical way, in an academic way, where I'm saying, like, you're thinking about what is being said, you're thinking about the implications, and you're taking the logic to its end. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good thing, bro. Always a good thing. So I hope it has had a positive influence on you. So what we've been reading, it's been intense, but he's been talking about being better. How do you get better? Better is a weird concept. And he's saying the only way you could improve, in a weird way, you need rules and you need revolution. Life needs rules and revolution needs rules. You guys don't think that's wild? I think it is. So anybody that ever tells you you need rules in life, they may sound like a uptight mother effer, but guess what? There's no revolution without rules. Oh, y'all don't feel me. That's where y'all don't feel me, bro. All you fake red pill, blue pill ass mother, y'all don't feel me, bro. That's why he was saying, whether you realize it or not, if you never have a real goal, a real fixed image, and a composite understanding of progress, you always change your mind, you ain't never gonna, that's it. Only people who are gonna benefit off of that is the old guard of the government and the people already in power. That's facts. I really hope y'all get this, man. You need rules for revolution. Not that you have to follow rules, but the fact is, if there was never any rule that was fixed, you would never either be bothered or support it. You would never try to make a change. Because the goal was always changing. What would you revolt against? There's nothing to revolt against if there's no rules. Think about it. I say some of y'all don't like this members only thing. Guess what? At least you have something to revolt about. Why? Because there's something very clear cut and objective. If there was no rules, you wouldn't ever change anything. So I like it. But above all else, man, he said something yesterday that speaks to my soul, man. And I hope this levels up some of y'all. Bro, you need composite progress. Nature is boring. If you really go see, nature is beautiful. but it operates in a very simple manner. Nature is impersonal. Do you know that nature has zero morality in nature? And vice versa. Nature shows no preference or lack of preference. But that being said, if you're going for a natural progression, my brother, that's not real progress. It's boring. There's nothing really in it. You would hate a world that progressed naturally. You need both. You need to both have respect and dissent at the same time. You need a goal. You need something that progresses in a manner that looks like art, not just black and white. It has everything. It has good and bad. That's what I've been trying to share with some of y'all, man. Even at the beginning of the year, as we got into this, y'all need to really understand. This is crucial. You spend your whole life looking for only good, only bad. Dude, you're going to waste your time never finding anything. Some of y'all are not getting in the right attitude. You have a good life. You have good things happening to you, and you're not living in it. You know why? Because you want it all to be a certain way. You think peace means the lack of any sadness. No, that's wrong. You think peace and success means that there won't be any problems. No, you're wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Bro, I am so peaceful. I dealt with so many problems yesterday. It doesn't change anything. Do you get what I'm saying? I've realized even my blessings. Bro, there's good and bad at every corner. Every day. That's why it's so beautiful. Honestly, in a weird way, I'm so much more appreciative because I could see it better now. Now I'm like, damn, God, for real, I see it now. I could take the cross, the good and bad at the same time, and realize what is happening and what I have. And so should you, bro. This ain't just for me, it's for you too. Think about it. Imagine some of y'all, 9 out of 10 things in your life are good. Fuck it, man, even 8 out of 10. But you're not living like that. You're letting uneasiness creep in because you think this fake image that the world, nature, and media told you that life is going to be all roses and even in peace, it will be, you will be, oh, nothing wrong will happen. No. It's at the same time. That's the beauty of it. So I really wanted to share this with you. This is just kind of recapping. We're going to get in the reading. Hold on. I need to open my door. It's getting hot in here. Whew. But this is big, man. And I really hope you understand the composite. Progress. The good and the bad. Again, you need to be humble, dude. Humbled enough where the giant, you're like, wow, that's a giant. It's bigger than me. Wow, marvelous. Why, right? At the same time, you need to be able to say to that giant, I'll fuck you up if you say the wrong thing. Do you get what I'm saying? I am marveled by the stock market every day. It's way bigger than me. But I'm also enough where you think just because you bigger than me, I don't have a goal and I will succumb to whatever you tell me to think. Fuck you. Yeah. That's what we're talking about right now. That's what this book is saying. That's what this PHILO is. But that, my friend, is going to unlock a lot of doors for you. I hope y'all feel me. So, that being said, he was just saying the composite. We're on page 78, Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton, chapter 7. Again, the last sentence of the last paragraph. Man must have just enough faith in himself to have adventures and just enough doubt of himself to enjoy them. So, amen. My brother, can you say that? For real, that's what I want y'all to have. Do you get it? That's why I said, bro, some people, they don't hear me. I don't know what it is. I know God has given me favor in people's eyes. Others, I'll never know, bro. I'll never know, right? But some of y'all hear me. Some of you know when I'm like, dude, listen, I want you to do good. I want you to get something out of this. Please don't walk away with nothing. Your future is important, and I think don't let me be the only one who believes that. Don't let me understand your potential better than you do. But bro, you need to be able to say this. You need to be able to feel this in your heart. I need you to be able to have enough faith in yourself to have an adventure. But then just enough doubt in yourself to actually enjoy it. That's the answer right there. Adventure a little bit. Have faith. Be marveled by it. But also you got to doubt it. Say, oh, wow, without the doubt, you wouldn't enjoy it. That's the whole beauty. Without the faith in yourself, you never desire it. That's the beauty. I got Trump comments. Meeting most of the cabinet. Musk was positive. We will have a Doge meeting every 2 weeks. So hold on. I was about to begin the reading. The Trump comments are coming out. He was supposed to be live right now. So that means the comments will come out now. And then we'll probably hear him when we're done with PHILO. But then we'll have all the response. So look, get your spy plays queued up or TLT. One of these comments is going to move us down or up probably. But then again, we faded everyone. He said, I had a positive meeting with agency secretaries and Elon Musk. Elon Ma. Ford Pop, watch the currencies. Yeah, a little bit. You've never seen Elon Ma? Is Elon's twin brother. All right, well, get ready. I'm going to start reading, and then I'll read the Trump headlines when they come out. But be on watch. That's happening now. This, then, is our second requirement for the ideal of progress. First, it must be fixed. Second, it must be composite. It must not, if it is to satisfy our souls, be the mere victory of some one thing swallowing up everything else. Love or pride or peace or adventure. It must be a definite picture composed of the elements in their best proportion and relation. I'm not concerned at this moment to deny that some such good culmination may be, by the constitution of things, reserved for the human race. I only point out that if this composite happiness is fixed for us, it must be fixed by some mind. For only a mind can place the exact proportions of a composite happiness. If the beatification of the world is mere work of nature, then it must be as simple as the freezing of the world. Or the burning of the world. But if the beatification of the world is not a work of nature, but a work of art, then it involves an artist. And here again, my contemplation was cloven by an ancient voice which said, I could have told you this all the time long ago. If there's any certain progress, it can only be my kind of progress. The progress towards a complete city of virtues and dominations where righteousness and peace contrive to kiss each other. An impersonal force might be leading you to a wilderness of perfect flatness or a peak of perfect height. But only a personal God can possibly be leading you, if indeed you are being led, to a city with just streets and architectural proportions, a city in which each of you can contribute exactly the right amount of your own color to the many colored coats of Joseph. Coming down, I don't have another headline yet. Well, I know, that one's fire, bro. Just saying, again, an impersonal force might be leading you to a wilderness of perfect. I agree with that. That's the whole point. This whole, like, natural... dude, UVXY doing it again. VIX is breaking out. Again, that's what happened when we did the last late-stage SPY play. Near the money's up 40. Let me see where that other play is. The 551s are still cheap. So the one we sold isn't going... The out of the monies aren't moving up as much yet. But VIX is. Yeah, Pfizer too. Interesting. All right, watch out. I only have 2 comments from Trump. We haven't got anything yet. All right, but watch out. Value's going up. Like I'm saying, out the money plays are still cheaper, but still got that premium. Near the money's up around 30 to 40. And then bond's still up as well. But yeah, man, the wilderness of perfect. Crazy, bro. You want this natural progression. I think some of you need an artist. So I'm saying you don't want your life to just end and go where you naturally. Amor fati, my friend, but do you have a fixed image? SPY still going. Yeah, bro, the VIX. So those plays are up less than before. TLT is doing better than the VIX now. That's the funny part. Okay, wait till we get the next comment, but Trump hasn't talked yet. We only got 2. They were about Doge. The 4 hour. I'm not too concerned with that. I care just about 200-day holding or not. I think that'll be a big one. Bonds, I mean, look at the bonds just went green now. But that's the crazy part. We're down 2.7. So that means if we really flush, the bonds have a lot to catch up. So in a weird way, although there's a little bit of a fear bid, I don't think the bonds are reacting fearfully yet. You got a little bit of it here, but do you get what I'm saying? They're underperforming heavy in terms of, oh my gosh, we're freaking out. Trump post. I mean, he's in a speech right now. The age of America has just begun over the past 6 weeks. Yeah, we delivered promises on Doge. Oh, wait. That's where those comments came from. So he's not live. He should have been. That was from Truth. Well, the VIX might be, but look, it hasn't broken. So the VIX hit a new high without hitting a new low, but then we haven't broken to a new low yet. Yes, the bonds also can be telling you that a bounce is more likely, because then that means people aren't really rushing. There's a little fear, but not a lot. As ironic as that sounds, being down 2.7. All right, let's see. VIX, one more time. Now VIX is doing better than TLT. They're up 20, 23. Still kind of light, though. Apple flushing, that's not going to be good. All right, first little red. Watch what the bonds do, too. I might keep up the VIX, to be honest. All right. Again, give an artist to your future. Paint the image, baby. Twice again, therefore, Christianity has came in with the exact answer that I required. I had said that the ideal must be fixed, and the church answered. Mine is literally fixed, for it existed before anything else. I said, secondly, it must be artistically combined like a picture. And the church answered, mine is quite literally a picture, for I know who painted it. Then I went on to the third thing, which, as it seemed to me, was needed for a utopia or a goal of progress, and of all three, it is infinitely the hardest to express. Perhaps it might be put thus, that we need watchfulness even in utopia, lest we fall from utopia as we fell from Eden. Wow, your ears should be perking up right now. You know why? Do you know what he just told you? So he say we need a composite goal, we need a fixed image. The Bible, the church has that, but we need a watchfulness even in utopia. Yeah, he said it. He said keep that head on a swivel. Y'all don't feel me, bro. Let me put it this way. God willing, if I make it to heaven, my head's still going to be on a swivel. Wow, this is 101, man. This will change your life if you really get it. Seriously. Do I think this could save your soul? I do. But even in practical business, I don't care if you don't like this Jesus stuff. You better listen. Very simple. When it's time to harvest, you should be thinking about planting. When you're planting, you should be thinking about the harvest. When things are going bad, you should be thinking about how they're about to get really good. When things are doing good, you should be thinking about how they can turn on you. My brother, if you can move like this, your life will be infinitely better and you will do better in business. I don't care what you believe. That right there is a mentality from human nature. And if you can get that and do that with discipline to think like that, that's it. You have an advantage in life. Promise you. Because most people don't do this. It's not being a contrarian. It's reality. It's understanding the circle. It's understanding the cycle. And you always are going to go through this. It's thinking more than just the moment you're in. It's taking the present, the future, and kind of the past all in one. Because your past has shown you when things are bad, they get good down the line. When things are good, you eventually fuck it up. Ta-da! And that, my friend, is your composite. Past, present, future, all in one. Run through your options, know how to prepare. Yeah, you got a little pop, but I don't see a headline yet. We'll see. I get a reiteration of the Trump, but that's it. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I don't know what you believe in, but if you could think like that, you're going to be better. We have remarked that one reason offered for being progressive is that things naturally tend to get better. But the only real reason for being a progressive is that things naturally tend to grow worse. The corruption in things is not only the best argument for being progressive, it's also the only argument against being conservative. The conservative theory would be really quite sweeping and unanswerable if it were not for this one fact. But all conservatism is based upon the idea that if you leave things alone, You leave them as they are, but you do not. If you leave things alone, you leave it to a torrent of change. If you leave a white post alone, it'll soon be a black post. If you particularly want it to be white, you must always be painting it again. That is, you must always be having a revolution. Oh, first time, baby. God bless you. Again, if you leave things how they are, there's going to be a corruption change. Think about what he just said. If you want it to stay a certain way, you must always be having a revolution. Another 1,000% challenge? No, I'm doing the ban challenge. So you ban people who aren't posting PHILO or stocks. So yours is just asking for a play in the, you know what I'm saying? So unfortunately you failed the challenge. Yeah, so again, post info, post news, post the plays you made, but don't ask me to make a move while I'm reading a Jesus book, because I'll do it when I want to. Do you get it? You must always be having a revolution. If you want to leave something and have it stay that way, you must always be having a revolution. Because things don't just stay that way if you leave them by themselves. Briefly, if you want the old white post, you must have a new white post. But this, which is true even of inanimate things, is in a quite special and terrible sense true of all humans. An almost unnatural vigilance is really required of the citizen because of the horrible rapidity with which human institutions grow old. It is the custom in passing romance and journalism to talk of men's suffering under old tyrannies. But as a fact, men have almost always suffered under new tyrannies. Under tyrannies that had been public liberties hardly 20 years before. Thus, England went mad with joy over the patriarch monarchy of Elizabeth, and then almost immediately afterwards went mad with rage in the trap of the tyranny of Charles I. So again, in France, the monarchy became intolerable, not just after it had been tolerated, but just after it had been adored. The son of Louis, the well-beloved, was guillotined. So in the same way in England in the 19th century, the radical manufacturer was entirely trusted as a mere tribune of the people, until suddenly we heard the cry of the socialist that he was a tyrant eating the people like bread. So again, we have almost up to the last instant trusted the newspapers as organs of public opinion. Just recently, some of us have seen, not slowly but with a start, that they are obviously nothing of the kind. They are, by the nature of the case, the hobbies of a few rich men. We have not any need to rebel against antiquity. We have to rebel against novelty. It is the new rulers, the capitalists or the editors, who really hold up the modern world. There is no fear that a modern king will attempt to override the Constitution. It is more likely he will ignore the Constitution and work behind its back. He will take no advantage of his kingly power. It's more likely that he will take advantage of his kingly powerlessness, of the fact that he is free from criticism and publicity. For the king is the most private person of our time. It will not be necessary for anyone to fight against the proposal of a censorship of press. We do not need a censorship of press. We have a censorship by the press. Fuck, dude. Yeah, too bad this book was written like 100 years ago. That's the sad part. Bro, you just lived through the same 5-10 years I did. This book was written almost 100 years ago. I think more. Yeah. This is Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. This was published in 1908. So over 100 years ago, this was written down. That we don't have to rebel against antiquity. Anybody trying to tell you morality, the world, progress is old. They want to keep power in rich people and monarchs' hands. You should rebel against novelty. You think the king is going to disrespect the Constitution? No, it's going to be the novel idea that tricks the people into thinking, 100 years ago, a censorship of the press. We have a censorship by the press. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. You know why? That's why you don't think it's weird? You know why I've said Don Lemon so many times? It's annoying. Some of you have supported this bullshit and gone against me. God bless you. Nah, for real. Y'all don't feel me. Can I punch you guys in the face? Do you want me to punch you in the face right now? Seriously. I don't mean this out of hate or anything. It's reality. This is real, bro. It's real. You remember what I told you? Where I was like, dude, why am I hungrier than you? For real, bro. Like, no flex. I have everything I ever could imagine. For real. Even down to the damn, I got a beautiful ass girl. I got my parents. Thank God. I have everything I could ever ask for. Why the fuck am I hungrier than you? Makes no damn sense. Right? Good. Now let's take it another level. No, for real. This one's going to punch you in the face, bro. Because you know why? Am I mad at Don Lemon? Not really. I already knew what was going on. I've been telling you this. You guys just thought I was insane. No, just go look at the facts, bro. We bring up everything before everybody. They use our well of creativity. I've said a year ago in the video, yo, just like the video because they're just going to fucking paywall it. But here's my problem. Nothing to do with Dawn. It's about you. You know why? Because why is a grown man who has been paid at some point over $25 million to do the news. Why are you letting him lock in more than you? So you're making a joke about everything. Yeah, oh yeah, you don't want to say, so think about it. Yeah, he's using The Wire. He's like, oh wow, this guy, he's locking in. He's making ideas from it. He's spinning it. This guy got paid $25 million to do the news. And he's locking in to the same free shit I'm giving you. That's the problem I have. I've seen little rich fuckers, rich, ungrateful, spoiled brats. Sadly, I have seen them use my content better than some of you who need it. That's bullshit. And then you'll get mad at me. And then, or they'll get, before you know, they're like, oh, Josh, whatever. And then they go and get scammed. And then they don't walk away with the long term. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the problem I have. That's the problem. That's why I'm telling you. You guys don't get it, bro. Seriously. I got paid so much money just to turn on ads and to make it inconvenient. It's insane, dude. It's sad. Sad. Because that's not my goal. I already have money, dude. That's why I'm like, oh my goodness. These people are like, no corporate influence. I'm here to give you the truth. Bullshit. I'm the one who did that. I ain't take no dollars. I've rejected millions. I've wanted to help. But it does. That's the sad reality. I've seen the opportunistic people. They have given the effort that some of you should have been given. You should be going as hard as them. Because they get it. And they're like, wow, this guy's going to do all my work. I'm going to take it in. I'm going to repackage it. See, they're evil. They want to make money off other people like that. But they know there's an advantage. And that's why I'm like, man, that's sad. Don't be that. Don't do that. That's what I'm saying. If you hear me, bro, I love you. I ain't trying to make you feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying. No. I'm just saying, like, dude, for real. My heart is not hard, bro. Okay, you're gone too now, Miguel. And I'm sorry for your brother, but you're gone. That's what I'm saying, bro. I get real passionate. You guys are the problem when you're like, don't let this happen to you. You don't know me. You don't know what's in my heart right now. I'm actually really excited. Because I'm trying to say to the people who hear me, I'm trying to encourage you, brother. Don't ever make this mistake in the future. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever make this mistake. Stop letting these rich motherfuckers run it up and use it and have more drive. I could give you diamonds, bro. I could give you diamonds, but if you're going to have a flippant attitude, if you're going to get all depressed, you're going to put yourself in a box, you're going to keep fighting. I'm like, dude, what are you doing right now? No. You need to lock in and use it. Because if you don't, they will. Promise you. Promise you. You got half a decade of proof. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all feel me, bro. For real. So that's why. And that's why I'm saying, y'all don't know what's in my head. Y'all like, don't let them get to you. No, I'm not mad at all. Nothing in my heart has been hardened. I am more emboldened and powerful than I've ever been. I realize it. That's why I'm not standing on bullshit. I'm not going to be timid. Again, I'm humbled, bro. I really am. I shouldn't be here. I'm a little Egyptian boy. I'm glad I could shoot in the big leagues. I am. I'm grateful. It humbles me. I'm marveled by it. But fuck you too. I'm not scared of you. Nobody determined my success. It wasn't Joe Biden. It wasn't Donald Trump. It wasn't, shout out the veterans. It wasn't the United States of America. It was the Lord Jesus Christ, and that's it. He's the only one, mother effer. Even if I say mother effer, y'all haven't realized it yet? I know who's leading me. I know who's on my team. I already know. And I don't have him hostage. You know that? Me and God are good. Because I'm not like, hey, God, I'm only going to believe at you if you make my YouTube channel go good, and if you give me money, and if you do this, I'll believe. No, take it all away. I don't give a fuck. It's still the same. Because look over the years, whether you giving me a lot or taking it away, it don't matter. I'm still the same. So, amen. But that's why I'm like, bro, some of y'all who are like, don't get mad, you don't get me right now. But that's okay. I got love, bro. For real, and I love some of y'all. But that's why, no, it's reverse. I realize it now. That's why you think, but again, I'm not here to be egotistical. I'm not here to toot my own horn. I'm here to help people. And I know I could do it, and I know I've already done it at a crazy scale. I've helped thousands of people not become a renter for life. I've helped thousands of people do certain things with money. But that's why I'm also saying, fuck out of here. I'm here to give you that. I could do that very well. I have a gift, and I'm aware of it. Just because I say that don't make me not humble. But that's why I've also told you I'm not a spiritual leader. But God is the answer. That's why I can't deny it. I know, contradicting. But that's why you also have to go and seek on your own. Everybody if they lie to you, it's because they selling you a package. I'm going to tell you the truth. But it comes with this. You can't get anything by just listening to me. You know what I'm saying? I need you to move, bro. You got to do it. That's the truth. And that's the true power. Because once you realize it, once you do it, you'll be like me. You can't take anything away from me, bro. Do you not get it? That's why you guys are like, don't let them get to you. I'm like, bro, they haven't got to me. They tried everything. Do you get it? And that's but guess what? I can't give you that unless you do it on your own. You see what I'm saying? You could follow me all you want. You could be a party here. But you have to have your own. You got to get it on your own because watch, in all of these moments, no one will ever be able to take it away from you. Oh, man. Yeah, you're going down again. I don't have any. All I have is Musk, no authority to fire workers. EU long-term reform of rules for defense. Recall, EV rules. Yeah, nothing else. The one I want is the 5. Which one is it? Was it 589? Yeah, it's at 36 now. So a little bit more. That'll be it. Was it 589 or 590? Let me check this stream alert. Either way, the 589 is cheaper. Yeah, 590. Yeah, so 590 hit 30. That's beautiful. Give it a sec. But yeah, man. Do you feel me? I do, but that's why I'm saying, you guys know. I want to work so hard. I want to get you guys the best in the world, and I want to see some of y'all do the wildest things. But you have a responsibility, a personal responsibility. And bro, if you're going to just let these rich-ass opportunistic fuckers take it while you just sit and watch, that's unacceptable. I hope you feel me. And I mean that as love because I want you guys to get it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck rich people. Fuck Don Lemon. Fuck all of them. I don't even care. You this little flippant attitude. Your parents paid for everything. You don't, where you joking around, all of it. I don't want them to have anything. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you're so mean. No. Do you not get it? That's what I'm saying. I want you to have it. But I can't, bro. I'll throw you the jacket. You got to take it, though. But that's what it is. I want the people who need it and who want it to have it. Not these people who have already had everything. I'm not trying to give them more. Great. If they get something, I don't care. No, but we need the people who need it. Remember I told you this, bro. There's people in poverty and there's people in jail. Right? And in those situations, there's people who are in poverty that don't belong there. There's people in jail that are in jail that don't belong there. Our job should be to get those who don't belong there out of it. Yes or no? I've said this to you years ago. My mom told me this. They don't feel me. So let's go, bro. That's what I'm saying. You got to be hungry about it. And hungry doesn't mean, okay, I'm going to do this. No. Hungry means you go for long term, not gamble. Hungry means I will do whatever to stay alive. Hungry means I'm going to utilize it to my advantage. I'm going to listen. I'm going to apply it. I'm going to go build up income. I'm going to go look into this real estate. You get what I'm saying? Hunger means you're so hungry, your hunger and desire outweighs your hunger and desire to gamble. Y'all don't feel me. So I hope y'all feel me, but that's it, man. That's it. Always, bro. That's what he said again. We have censorship by the... I told you don't want to hear this rant. Because again, bro, all this, like I'm saying, the rich people, the people in power, They keep you changing your mind. They keep us fighting. Literally. They literally take everything I do, hide me in a corner, and then spin it to everybody else. I don't care. Because you know why? We've changed so many lives. And we're going to keep doing it. It's not their control. It's God's. That's why I'm telling you, though. Do you not understand? You must always be changing. You must have a fixed goal. Otherwise, you're supporting the same thing that is oppressing you. I don't. So if you want to Stockholm Syndrome it, be my guest. All the red pill commie, like, oh, yeah, this is against us. These rich people, these great. Then stop changing your mind. Start setting a fixed goal. Anything to the contrary just makes them more stronger, more powerful. That's it. So you tell me. All right, I'm doing it. I bought $5.89, 38. It's expensive. March 7th. If you want to go cheaper, you could go the daily, but I'm doing it. The $5.90 is at my price. Good luck. Amen. Amen. I still have a UVXY too. So that's kind of the, remember, I do have a tiny exposure, but that was actually my most expensive play, I think. That was a little bit expensive. So the one that I liked is at 30. That one was at 38 or 37. So amen, baby. I hope y'all ready. I hope you locked and loaded. This startling swiftness with which popular systems turn oppressive is the third fact for which we shall ask our perfect theory of progress to allow. It must always be on the lookout for every privilege being abused, for every working right becoming a wrong. In this matter, I am entirely on the side of the revolutionists. They are really right to be always suspecting human institutions. They are right to not put their trust in princes nor in any child of man. The chieftain chosen to be the friend of the people becomes the enemy of the people. The newspaper started to tell the truth, now exists to prevent the truth being told. Here I say, I felt that I was really at the last on the side of the revolutionary. And then I caught my breath, for I remembered that I was once again on the side of the orthodox. Christianity spoke again and said, I have always maintained that men were naturally backsliders, that human virtue tended of its own nature to rust or to rot. I've always said that human beings as such go wrong, especially happy human beings, especially proud and prosperous human beings. This eternal revolution, this suspicion sustained through centuries, being a vague modern, call the doctrine of progress. If you were a philosopher, you would call it, as I do, the doctrine of original sin. You may call it the cosmic advance as much as you like. I call it what it is, the fall. So again, he's saying you should always be suspicious. Again, the people who started telling you the truth now keep you from it. That might be me one day. That's it, once we take over CNN. Until then, we're tiny. You guys are like, what did you just say? Yeah, well, that's what it says. Be on guard. Think about it. He's saying, although I thought I was the revolutionist and I don't trust it all, guess what? That's the whole entire theme of the Bible. The literal great fall, Satan. Yeah, there you go. The Bible tells you that human nature by its own is going to either rust or rot if you just leave it there. It's literally anything in this life. You leave it there, it rusts or rots. What do you think is going to happen? So he's saying, although you would think this lack of trust is a worldly idea, it's literally what the Bible is and doctrine is built off of. I've spoken of orthodoxy coming in like a sword. Here I confess it came in like a battle axe. For really, when I come to think of it, Christianity is the only thing left that has any real right to question the power of the well-nurtured or the well-bred. I've listened often enough to socialists or even to Democrats saying that the physical conditions of the poor must of necessity make them mentally and morally degraded. I've listened to scientific men, and there are still scientific men not opposed to democracy, saying that if we give the poor healthier conditions, vice and wrong will disappear. I've listened to them with a horrible attention, with a hideous fascination, for it was like watching a man energetically sawing from the tree branch he was sitting on. If these happy Democrats could prove their case, they would strike democracy dead. If the poor are thus utterly demoralized, it may or may not be practical to raise them, but it's certainly quite practical to disenfranchise them. If the man with a bad bedroom cannot give a good vote, then the first and swiftest deduction in that he shall give no vote. The governing class may not be unreasonably say, it may take us some time to reform his bedroom, but if he is the brute you say, it will take him very little time to ruin our country. Therefore, we will take your hint and not give him a chance. It fills me with horrible amusement to observe the way in which the earnest socialist industrious lays the foundation of all of aristocracy, expatiating blandly upon the evident unfitness of the poor to rule. It is like listening to somebody at an evening party apologizing for entering without an evening dress and explaining that he had recently been intoxicated, had a personal habit of taking his clothes off in the street, and had moreover only just changed from his prison uniform. Apple Pop. Bro, look, VIX is still up. Yeah, it's moving up a little. I don't have any headlines. Oil settling. Again, watch this wire. This one has a lot of stuff too. We've gotten some exclusives. That's one hell of an image. I mean, do you not get what he's saying? Even 100 years ago, Homeboy was criticizing. He's saying, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you care about social justice and you care about people and the poor people, but you call them these names and you think that they're inferior? That's what he said. That's that example of the guy who just got out of a prison uniform, gets drunk, and then apologizes for showing late and not dressed up because he took his clothes off after getting out of prison. It's hilariously amusing. You say Egyptian people are like this, black, Latino, this, that, and you say all these things and you imply this negative idea, but you want to say you were trying to help them? That's hilariously amusing. Literally. Can I ask you another one? Science. So you mean to tell me if we just found poor people and people who needed better conditions, and you're like, well, scientifically, all they need is a better environment, you think they're still not going to want to smoke weed and bang hookers? Yeah, right. Oh, sorry. But that's what he's saying, because that's the reality. You could change the environment all you want. You really think that's going to get rid of human vice? Very interesting. At any moment, one feels the host might say that really, if it was as bad as that, he may need to not come at all. So it is when the ordinary socialist with a beaming face proves that the poor, after their smashing experiences, cannot be really trustworthy. At any moment, the rich may say, well, very well then, we won't trust them, and bang the door in his face. On the basis of Mr. Blanchford's view of heredity and environment, the case for aristocracy is quite overwhelming. If clean homes and clean air makes clean souls, why not give the power for the present to those who undoubtedly have the clean air? If better conditions will make the poor more fit to govern themselves, why should not better conditions already make the rich more fit to govern them? On the ordinary environment argument, the matter is fairly manifest. The comfortable class must be merely our vanguard in utopia. Is there any answer to the proposition that those who have had the best opportunities will probably be our best guides? If there's any answer to the argument that those who have breathed clean air have better decide for those who have breathed foul, as far as I know, there's only one answer, and that answer is Christianity. Trump predominant tariffs will be reciprocal. Most tariffs to start April 2nd to announce new shipbuilding program. $20 billion of shipbuilding. CEO of CMA CGM. Who's CMA CGM? That's bullish. But again, every bullish headline we faded. Yeah. Who's CGM? Someone get me a ticker on that. It's a shipbuilder getting $20 billion. Otherwise, watch HII. I bought a cheap HII, but find that is EU. Fuck. Try to find a sympathy. That's going to be the mover. UMP. Well, look, again, we're getting that early. So, yeah, no one else is talking about this. I see it on One Wire now. But, yeah, you got to jump. Again, the predominant tariff sounds good. Predominant tariffs will be reciprocal because then it implies other ones may or may not be there. But, again, we faded every headline pop today. So do not get jumpy. Do you understand? I hope you understand. I went with HII. That's a shipbuilder. They hit 2-something after Trump announced it that last time, and then they came back down. So that contract had a little bit of time, and then it's literally cheaper than any point yesterday. So even after the first announcement, you could buy it for half off. So I grabbed, $30, but it gives me 2 weeks. Oh, GD? Yeah, watch all of them. Any shipbuilder. But then again, just wait, though. Be cautious because, like, every other thing faded. That's the thing I don't like about it. The news pops are just sketchy. Okay. So, again, who solves the conundrum to this question? Only Christianity. Only the Christian church can offer a rational objection to a complete confidence in the rich. For she has maintained from the beginning that the danger was not in man's environment, but in man. Further, she has maintained that if we come to talk of a dangerous environment, the most dangerous environment of all is the commodious environment. I know that most modern manufacturers has been really occupied in trying to produce an abnormally large needle. I know that most recent biologists have been chiefly anxious to discover a very small camel. But if we diminish the camel to its smallest, or open the eye of the needle to its largest, if in short we assume the words of Christ to have meant the very least they could mean, his words must at the very least mean this, that rich men are not very likely to be morally trustworthy. So again, if you use science or socialism that imply this weird ideology that rich people and better environments should be trusted, you're wrong. Where again, if you even magnified one simple quote of Jesus Christ, he simply tells you, rich men are very likely to not be morally trustworthy. One of the only doctrines that could answer this. Otherwise, if you take every ideology, they all boil down to supporting rich people, classes, or not, aristocracy, Karl Marx, Marxism, socialism. It's all the same shit. Literally. You may not say money, but if you say environment, you're just one of these fucking aristocrats. Trump put new limits on Elon Musk. Tell secretary will have final say on personal. Yeah. All right, more Trump comments. They've been good so far. What a timing on that call. It sounds good. Yeah, I think the market might like the Elon thing. That could actually be good. I think you're right. So people already like it, but Elon Musk on a leash could be bullish because then that means less tightening. 1 month exemptions to 25 on Mexico and tariffs are going to cover all USMCA goods. Well, guess what? You're already positioned. That plays up 25. Trump signing amendment Mexico and tariff to make USCA compliant from levies. Yeah. So, yeah, what I told you in the morning. Now he's signing it. Remember we got the rumor and then we faded? And I was like, that might be what he signs today. That is what he is signing. There is a carve-out for Canadian potash. That's good. So, fertilizer. There is a carve-out for Canadian potash. It was conversation Trump had with Big Three that led to 1 month exemption. All right, bullish. Bro, I just bottom ticked it again. You have no excuses, motherfucker. Lutnick, the fact the stock market goes up or down is not the driving force of our outcome. Good call, right? That call was crazy. Y'all don't realize it. Y'all don't realize how that one's crazy. You know why? Because go look at this stream alerts. I told you that call 4 hours ago. It was at $1.60, and I said, wait till it gets to this price. And that's exactly what happened. Fuck you, CNN. Sorry, I had to let that one out. See, and that's why other homie who was just like, yo, what's the play? If you just locked in and listened and didn't let your anxiety, it would have came to you. You see what I'm saying? It would have literally just came to you. So that's why. Amen. Amen. Anyways, I think it's good I'm still paranoid. We got our play, so I just don't trust any of these moves, though. But yeah, that he's going to sign what I told you. I made a guess, but I was right. So he's signing the delay. Market's still under pressure. I think the leash on Elon is good, and then now you're getting the delay. Could drop tariffs. Oh, there you go. So there you go. Now he's being really bullish. That probably was the candle you got here. He's saying they can drop the tariffs if there's progress on fentanyl. Wow. So yeah, that's good. We're already positioned. We have the old plays. Remember, every play was a March 7th, so this leads into tomorrow. You literally just bottom tick the fuck out of today. And then Zelensky going to meet Crown Prince on Monday. And we'll see. Gonna find out. We make it free or hold. Listen, man. What did I do? You know what I did, right? I passed the rock. Ba-da-bop-bop-bop. All right, dog. What a fucking banger. Y'all don't feel me. Y'all don't feel me. Y'all don't feel me. They don't feel me, bro. They don't feel me. You know what I'm saying? They really don't feel me. So he said there'll be a short-term disruption, long-term economy strong. Trump says I'm not even looking at the stock market. That's crazy. Look, man. Stop it. All right, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I did my fucking job well. I did it very well. It's up 100% now, but that's it. I mean, you even have till tomorrow. You got the whole world, bro. Do your thing. Yeah, now they're talking about it on Bloomberg. I'll be right back.
And get your perspective.
I'm going to go get me a carbo. Follow me on Instagram at the Trader Fraternity. I love you. I hope that shows.
Asset management. Amen. They've got about $240 million in assets under management. Joining us there from Florida.
Hey, some more headlines coming out of Washington, D.C. Carol mentioned the big one, the U.S. pausing tariffs on Canada and Mexico when it comes to USMCA trade until April 2nd. The president, though, in the last few minutes also saying there will be a little short-term interruption. And I would imagine he's been asked about the stock market. He said, I'm not even looking at the stock market. We're getting headlines from the White House pool that is in the White House right now. We will get playback, from the president's comments, and we'll bring those to you as soon as we get them.
All right, so the president says, I'm not even looking at the stock market. We certainly are, and we are seeing stocks take a leg up on some of these headlines coming out of the Oval Office and from the president. The president now signing those ceremonial proclamations. So what does this mean for the trade on this Thursday? The S&P 500 still down about 83 points, a decline of 1.4% off its lows of the session. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 325 points, down 0.75 of 1 percentage point. The NASDAQ 100, a decline of 474 points. That is good for a decline of about 2.3%. But again, if you look at the charts, you're seeing a leg up. So we are seeing stocks off their lows, and that seems to come off of some of these delays in terms of the implementation of tariffs. We mentioned the president saying he's not even looking at the U.S. stock market. We are. We're also watching shares of a name like Alibaba, which is down about 1.2%. But man, the ADRs, Tim, that trade here in the United States, they're up 64% this year.
Well, let's talk about Alibaba. As we noted, they introduced its Qwen platform. It's a model that it claims performs as well as Chinese startup DeepSeek, but with a fraction of the data. With us is Baird technology strategist Ted Mortensen, with us from Tampa, Florida. Ted, I think this coming as a surprise to people, especially just a few weeks after we got the DeepSeek news. What do we need to know about this announcement from Alibaba?
Well, there's two things. Number one, I would consider this almost as a war between the U.S. and China for Gen AI leadership. This is a major advance. And I think if you look at Alibaba's last report, when they focused on their cloud intelligence group, they let the street know for the first time that they're going to spend roughly $53 billion over 3 years. That's more than that they spent in the last decade. They also indicated that when they get to what's called AGI, and that's 80% of kind of human capability, the stakes are very, very high. You're talking about 50% of GDP. So this is going full bore between two nations that can't afford not to be in a lagging stance. And I would not be surprised if President Trump makes some moves in this area over the coming weeks.
When you say AGI, you mean artificial general intelligence, which, yeah, I Googled it. You're talking about basically when you've got a machine that can do anything that Tim or I can do, a human can do, correct?
Do you trust that? Because that's Gemini showing you that search result. I can tell you that. I'm looking at your screen.
But that's what you're talking about, right?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. We're a couple years off from that, but we're going to get there. And the implications on how this is going to change every industry and how we look at, S&P earnings and GDP, you have to have a very open mind because it is changing extremely rapidly.
How rapidly? I spoke to Bin Ren of SigTech earlier this week at Bloomberg Invest. He's the founder and CEO of this firm that spun off of Brevin Howard back in 2019, and they've created these agents to essentially do the job of analysts and quants on Wall Street. It's pretty remarkable stuff. He gave us a demonstration. But he said by the end of this year, half of the workforce is going to be made up of AI agents. Is that too bold a proclamation?
That may be a little bit aggressive. I mean, MongoDB last night basically said for them, and they're kind of the database layer for Gen AI applications. Whether it be right or wrong, they said fiscal 26 was going to be a transition year. So there's different opinions. It's going to happen. To degree of how quick it happens is how the next generation Gen AI silicon stacks mature, number one. And number two, we have some major silicon advances happening going forward into next year with NVIDIA's release of Rubin, for example. This is technology innovation we've really never seen, at least I haven't seen in 30 years of doing this.
So what's the role of NVIDIA at this point? I mean, they're down about 16%, 17% this year. We know that they've really taken a hit, following the DeepSeek news that we got back in January. But I mean, is it silly for investors to count NVIDIA out? I mean, how are you thinking about the companies that investors should be watching when it comes to the AI trade?
So the chart doesn't look great, and that's just feeding on itself. But if you look at if you look at what Jensen's doing, the man's brilliant. He's one of, I would say, the greatest tech innovators of our time. He invested billions of dollars into this area before it even became a market. So NVIDIA has a 4 to 5 year lead. I think where the street really misses it is NVIDIA's dominance in that software stack area on Gen AI. They are light years ahead of people. And it could be conceivable that NVIDIA could be one of the largest software companies of the next tech cycle as we get additional infrastructure rolled out. So you cannot count this company out. They're holding a lot of the cards, both on training and inference, and they have a very good feel of where the market's going. So
yeah,
it's more buying from the fearful here.
Hey, Ted, just got about 45, 50 seconds here. So Alibaba, how does the news today make you now think about this company, which is known for its electronic commerce, e-commerce, retail, financial, online? How does this news then maybe make you rethink a little bit about Alibaba? And just quickly,
what the fuck is this?
It really doesn't.
Dude. Yeah, so whoa, what the hell just happened? Oh my goodness. Zelensky, my team will be there, then remain. Steel and aluminum tariffs will not be modified. Special envoy U.S. and Israel could take time. Says his team will remain in Saudi for meeting with officials. Pfft. Bro, what the hell? Oh, man. All right, well, that could be it. Hold on. Oh, man, just get ready for the other. Bro, that killed the... Technically, the call is still green. But, yeah, you just lost 100% up. Holy fuck. Yeah, bro, what is this? Oh, man. Oh, man. Zim. Oh, yo, homeboy was talking about that dividend. Yo, maybe that's it. New Jersey American signs purchase to South Orange. No, that's it. They sold. You guys know we haven't heard him yet, right? The big one will happen in April. Yeah, and he said tariff on aluminum will happen next week. All right. Honestly, Chad, I think we might have to call it, Rand. I think we might have to call it. Yeah, he said the big one will happen in April. Well, there it is. Dang, bro. All right, let me get this set. I'm going to stream alert that. So that's why. Oh, my goodness, bro. How do we go from that much joy to craziness, bro? That's crazy. Oh, man. That's crazy. Bro. Oh, my gosh. That's why I was telling you, bro. I can't be trusting any of these moves. That's wild. That's why you make it free. I didn't make it free. I thought I was going to go to the bathroom and come back, and then, yeah. Oh, bro. That's crazy, bro. We don't need tires or trees, cars, or energy from Canada. No USMCA exemption, auto tariffs next month. Not bad. Not bad. Dude, what? Bro, it was very good Trump news. He was even saying he could remove tariffs and then progress. And then they're signing the bill for what we had in the morning. That was the first good headline that actually went. And then all of a sudden, yeah, that was it. Nothing. You met a Chad at work? No way. Nice. Well, yeah. All right, Chad. I think we might have to call it for PHILO. Is that fair? I think this just got a little at it. We're going to hear him, but that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll free the Chads. I feel bad. But that was a good one. That play is still green. No lie, bro. No lie. Free him. All right, let's free him. Let's free up the Chad, baby. All right, well, PHILO. Listen, though. Did y'all hear me on that PHILO? We're on page 81. We're almost done, though. But either way, y'all better use this shit, okay? Like, use it. You better be hungry than all of them, bro. All of them. All of them. I hope they feel me. All right, man. Amen. Amen. Details. All right, free him. I'll give you Uncle. Get ready, bro. There's going to be more, but now I'll see if there's any. Man, the fuck? I want to go get me a carbo. This is it, man. I can't even. So much going on. Yeah, you better be hungrier than Don. Don't let Don Lemon be hungrier than you. He got paid $25 million by CNN and blew it all. So now don't let him be hungrier than you. Okay? All right. Chads have been freed. Here is an Uncle song. Trump, I will make decisions soon on Ukrainian TPS status. All right. I'll be right back. We'll give him time to come in.
Some people don't even have dreams. You know what I'm saying?
This
but
is your
if
post
you're blessed
PHILO.
enough to have a dream, chase it, bro.
I had a dream like Martin, then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southeast sad them. Good more, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach. The big leagues ain't throwing underhand. I'm not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad. Mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll bought more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm on with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back.
Yeah, bro. Do you guys want to know a fun fact? Can I give you a fun fact? And welcome back, you guys. It's getting crazy. Told automakers it was a short-term deal on tariffs. Oh, yeah. Bro, this one's crazy. Do you know the end? Do you hear that, like, ending? So, like, listen, I'll play it back one more time.
Base a snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch
Ready?
that
Listen.
lie about how the fruit tastes.
No, listen. Oh, you hear the Halo music?
Welcome back.
You hear that? Ready? Right here. This is a dream. You hear that? Yeah. That's literally Marcus Hanlon. Yeah, bro. That's literally Marcus Hanlon. Can't make that up. Isn't that crazy? That's his vocals. Yes. That's why I was like, man, I sent him it when Uncle sent it to me. And then he came and then he was like, what do you think of this? I was like, what the fuck? I would like to start denuclearization talks. Is that good or bad for defense? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, is it nuclear? It's bad for, I mean, I don't know. Uranium is up for different reasons. They're going to replay this for sure. Bro, this is big, and I don't know. Sadly, I think people will react after, but or like while it's being played. But yeah, definitely. I think this is a very interesting one. You're signing the delay. That was the big thing. That news we got in the morning. And then NATO countries don't pay. The U.S. won't defend them. And he said had talks with Israel and helping Israel, not giving cash. Yeah, TLT is breaking down, though, if you really look at that. Because, like, again, it was going up when the market was weak. And now that was, like, your first little bullish impulse. So maybe the bonds might have the answer. Insurance. WCT, whatever that is. UPS wanting to go. NATO countries still not paying enough. That's great. Dude, it's only, we only have 15 minutes left. Today was up. Today was like a weird version of yesterday with a bigger gap down. But yeah, we are going to hear Homeboy soon. Dude, what a day. Well, welcome back, you guys. I'm glad you're here. That got really crazy. We had a good feel. We didn't even get to finish PHILO. The market just started going nuts. That's why, that's why we're here right now. So I just figured, because again, these comments are coming out for a while, so he should be live any minute now. This is a dream of a mom. The only way most people know the news is if they pay for it. No, you could get the news. Just nowadays, you'll get it at different speeds and with a different twist. So it just depends on, like, interpretation is key. But when it comes down to this is just how Donald Trump is doing it, because they don't want people to front run it. So that's why they do, like, the reporters closed group. They could control it. Then they report it out a little bit, and then he goes live, and then everybody has it. But again, if most of this is already, the reporters are allowed to talk about it, and they do. And then once we get it, we start going around. So no, you don't necessarily have to pay for it. I heard about the Tucker Sam interview. Isn't that wild? Chad News Network. Maybe Don just thought this was CNN. Chad News Network, and he's like, it's a honest mistake. I can see that. And then we're chilling, though, now. It's kind of weird because it feels like we didn't do much, but we've done a lot today, man. You had the gap down, the run, Trump headline, Mexico, Trump, Mexico, fake pop, big low. Now haven't done much, and now you're doing this little dance again. My goodness. Well, that other play's up 16. It was up 100, bro. That was a killer one for a little until they started just throwing everything around. You wonder what Biden is up to these days. It's funny because, like, I've heard a lot of people ask that question, but I was asking that when he was the president. So I feel, but I have no idea, both then and now. So who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, I don't know if we're going to get to, let's see.
Get for small, medium-sized business. I'm talking below 50 million
I don't
EBITDA.
think we're gonna...
So you get that, but along with that, though, there is some economic exposure there, at least internal, domestic economic exposure.
That's right.
That you have to contend with. What's the balance right now?
Look, domestically, the big challenge is there's fear. The elephant in the room is asset owners and decision makers don't have clarity on two key inputs. First, their cost of capital, and secondly, what's going on with the policy environment. And that unease makes it much harder to effectuate M&A. The fact of the matter is 90% of our small, medium-sized businesses are privately held by families. They are not owned by private equity.
Right.
And so out of 240,000 companies, that's a lot of small businesses that want clarity on the policy front and want to borrow at a cheaper price.
I want to bounce two interesting data points off you. One was some data from the NFIB saying
there's
that
more.
The percentage of
Trump,
small
I told
businesses that are
automakers
looking to hire in the near
not
term,
to come
down
back
to
on
15.
April 2nd. We have to protect Japan, but they don't have to defend us. Ukraine wants a deal. I'm not sure if allies would defend us on NATO. So, yeah, he's saying don't come back on April 2nd. So that means he either wants to figure out the deal now, or he's saying don't cry to me if I tariff the shit out of everybody in a month. Interesting. So, yeah, that's coming out now. Money markets rise to record $7 trillion. That's crazy, bro. Oh, yeah. Hey, hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on. I got to go real quick.
Living check to check based on the data.
Yeah.
These layoffs in D.C., this pressure has created a situation where hiring managers say talent's on sale.
Yeah.
So what's the rush?
But you're comfortable, and I'm talking about entering new investment positions in this space, given what we know right now about economics and policy.
If you have money and power, this is a buyer's market.
Gotcha.
This is a phenomenal opportunity for investors, institutional and individuals, to bet on America. The key is let's focus on small, medium-sized businesses. Frankly, let's focus on working class communities. The money can't be just here in Manhattan, where we're filming right now. This is a big country with a lot of opportunity, and private credit is a phenomenal vehicle to effectuate two things. First, let's get the money geographically diversified, because America has this phenomenal largesse geographically. And the second is we have to improve worker benefits. The risk in the system right now is that turnover is so high, you're going to ultimately degrade the performance of these businesses. We need workers to have higher adoption of healthcare, higher adoption of retirement benefits that will reduce the turnover. And in this environment where people are being let go, this issue is going to come up again and again, and it will affect leverage multiples, coverage multiples, asset values. We got to get turnover down, and it's going to result in better performance in these portfolios. But the geographic component, along with the worker component, they go hand in glove.
Is that happening?
It is happening. And there's some firms like mine, which are being front-footed about the data. This is going to be a technology-led private credit revolution. There's enough data about workers to add transparency that we've not seen in past cycles. That statistic that Romain cited a minute ago about confidence, that is totally correlated with what we're seeing with wages, turnover, and healthcare and retirement. If we're in an age of artificial intelligence and we can get a taco delivered right by a robot, we can tell whether or not workers are adopting services and how that correlates to their performance. It's more than just come into the office 5 days a week.
All right, Damon, we're going to have to leave it there. And I think we have to get you back maybe in a couple months as we kind of see things die down a little bit to see kind of what the climate is like and what the deal flow looks like as well. Damian Dwin there is the CEO over at Lafayette Square. Stick with us. A lot more coming up with the big focus on tariffs and our conversation with the CEO of DHL. This is The Close on Bloomberg.
Inspired to hit a new personal record? The new Microsoft 365 with Copilot is here to help. From designing a training plan, to recommending the best gear for the job, and customizing it to fit your style. All without breaking a sweat. Okay, maybe a little sweat. Feels good to be your best, doesn't it? Introducing Microsoft 365 with Copilot. More power to you.
I wish HR had fancy AI agents.
You do. We all do. Everyone does. HR, customer service, field service.
Finance?
Yeah. Engineering, you name it. AI agents are built into the ServiceNow platform we already use. They're literally in every corner of our business.
I have AI agents. Whoa. I gotta tell Jim.
Jim's that way.
Jim is that way.
Are going to eat the world, as they say. With the equity market halving in the number of names, you come to a world that is increasingly an echo chamber. Imagine you have a firm that has some public assets and some private assets. If you see your public assets in AI going down by 20%, you're going to be thinking very, very deeply about what your private assets are worth differently than someone who just has the latter.
From the world of politics to the world of business, Joe Matthew and Kaylee Lines deliver news, insight, and analysis live 2 times a day, every trading day. Balance of Power at 1 and 5 Eastern, only on Bloomberg.
All right, shares of DHL over in Germany had a phenomenal day. The European logistics and delivery company did report strong fourth quarter performance in their express and e-commerce solutions segments, though we should point out the rest of the business struggled a bit. I had a chance to catch up with the CEO of DHL, Tobias Meyer. He talked a lot, not only about his earnings, but how the company is navigating a new world of U.S. tariffs.
We shouldn't forget the benefits of trade, and that it has helped to curb inflation. It makes goods more widely available. It helps us in different countries to participate in technological progress. Not every nation is able to do a big plant of semiconductors or develop vaccines, develop medical devices.
I had something
so the
big.
world needs trade.
My bad. I
Also,
had to
the
deal with
US
this.
Needs trade.
This is terrible.
The second point.
Did you guys have any ads? No, I had to like leave, bro.
We
That
also
was
have
wild.
services, and that's often
That was
forgotten.
wild.
Europe
I'll
is
tell you
importing a lot of services, and these are very profitable
ADM
for
up, what
U.S.
I missed.
companies.
I would
So
extend
think that's
TikTok
important
deadline,
to
Trump
keep
student
in mind
loans
as
handled by
well.
Treasury.
The U.S. is highly a beneficiary of open services
I'm
trade.
good, yeah.
So
Look
we
at
should not
Spy
only
Red right when I
focus
come
on
back.
good. Now, if we look at goods, there was quite some turmoil. I think the biggest operational impact was the 4-day pausing on the de minimis, which was then withdrawn again because it led to chaos at many U.S. ports of entry. We had our challenges, but U.S. Customs also had its challenges. It's nearly doubling the number of entries required. Nobody was really prepared for it because it wasn't clear. The instructions came out after the effective date, and that is truly.
I didn't think I had to do this call, but like I didn't think it like turned really crazy real quick, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I told you I need that shit for Miami. If anybody has anything, but this guy I'm helping out, and he has a big deal in escrow, and it just almost like blew up. That's why I was like, oh, fuck. My well-being's a market sentiment. I know, right? Well, don't worry. Don't worry. Escrow. Right? Everyone's taking your lemon joke. What was your lemon joke? CEG, yo, Constellation R? So they were already going. Maybe that's part of those energy plays. Going lower. All right, watch energy. Tech now selling off. I mean, Netflix has been down. Damn, Netflix is down 8. Whoa, bro. Netflix went from 1,000 to 900. Dude, do you guys see this? I know you were calling it out yesterday, but holy shit. We're at 6 consecutive days of 1% moves. The record is 7. And then remember we went like 2 years without moving? I don't know if I'm going to stay for it. For a Broadcom. We'll see. I got to get on the phone right away. Right when the markets, I was trying to tell him, I'm like, hey, man, you know, he's a really good guy. That's why I was like, I don't want to, you know, this is my homeboy. Really good. He understands. But I was like, listen, bro, I don't know if you know, but I'm live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Mm-hmm. Right, we're chilling. Now I just want to hear Trump, bro. Because there's going to be, like, the little comments in there, too. GSM, CL. Would you sell all your long-term if you expect a 50% down for the market? So, Dimitro, how do you want to do this? I could ban you or you give me $5 for asking me this question that, although it's remixed, you know the answer. Everybody knows the answer. So I don't know how you want to do this. I'll offer you the chance to pay your way out of it. It will be a $5 super chat. Otherwise, I'll take it from what you've already put down. Oh, wow. Look at people know the answer. Wow. Several people know the answer. Said eloquently. Wow. Wow. Long time forever. 10 years minimum. 10 years minimum. I'll give him like 10 seconds, or maybe Tim Whitman will pay his fee before then, but still. So, there they cut me off for that. So, the answer is 10 years minimum. So it all depends on where you're at. I mean, if you were like 79 years old and you knew the market was going to drop, then yeah, sell it if you're old. But at the end of the day, 10 years minimum. And the thing about it, think about what we are doing right now. We are outperforming. We bought the dip before people wanted the dip. We bought the value, right? And now I'm telling everybody very explicitly to stack up cash. So even if we thought the market was going to go down, your opportunity isn't to run and hide. You know, let me put it this way. If you knew that an army was going to invade your city, you can run and hide, right? And you'd be like, oh, danger's coming, we should get out. What I would do is if I knew they were going to attack me, I would get ready to attack them. While they're busy trying to attack me, I would blindside them and get them while they think they're getting me. You see that? That's what we're going to do with our long term. You get what I'm saying? Globalists are behind the stock sell-off. Oh, that's bullish as hell, bro. I see. He just said red pill. He said tinfoil is the reason. Oh man, he said I don't look at the market. I don't look. I haven't looked. But if I was gonna look, I bet you a globalist sell-off. They don't want to see me win. They're gonna dump short Reuters. Scammers. Can you believe it? Yeah. Trump said that, I think. I have one area with that quote. I don't have it on it'll show up though. I think it is legit. I see student loans. Actually, no, I only see it in one place. Hold on. Danny has it. I see it on one place on Twitter. I don't see it anywhere else. But that's how a couple of these hit. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, yeah, you're running on that. Fed Waller, not all tariffs are passed through. Bro, Waller's a fucking Republican. It's funny. Waller is your fucking Trump pumper. Waller has nothing bad to say. Economy policy still restrictive. Fed can cut rates for positive. Fed Waller, I'm believing good rate cut cast is in place. Yeah, bro, low-key, Waller might... I think they're going to try to get somebody from the business world. But if they were going to do it, I think Waller might be in the running. Because he's like a Trump guy. I don't think he's explicitly stated it. But that mother effer is... He aligns with it, I could tell. He's just seeing some signs of softer data. 589 Phil, let's go, baby. I know I'm up 5%. Marty McFly. Let's go. I don't know who Rufus is. You can't be trying to promote other shit. I let the other one go in the first time because it was your first super chat, Brandon. But nah. You give them an inch, they ask for a mile. That's what they said. Bloomberg talking globalist. They are global. What?
Was your low on the S&P 500, if you can believe it, not far off of that right now.
Trump just finished speaking to reporters at the White House. We'll bring you that as soon as we get that tape. But a lot of it was talking about the globalists are in charge of the sell-off right now, and additionally talking about tariffs as well, and the moratorium for the next couple weeks on USMCA-related products. Andy Blocker is global head of public policy over at Invesco. He joins us now. Andy, what's your best guess now for what happens to tariffs come April 2nd, which is apparently now the date?
Uncertain. And that's exactly where Donald Trump wants to be. I mean, when you think about the art of the deal, if you think about his first term, he had people in his cabinet who were not fully on board. So you probably got a third of the art of the deal. Now he has people who are totally with him, so it's his playbook. It's 100% art of the deal, and a big part of that is to create uncertainty, to unnerve your opponents and the people on the other side so that you have that advantage.
So is a decline in the stock market then, do you think that that's legit compared to what we're seeing out of D.C.?
So I think the markets, go back to the earlier in the week.
Okay.
The markets discounted the U.S., Canada, and Mexico tariffs, and they were right, because where are we today? We're pulling back. And I think the question is whether this downturn recently, is it really in relation to the tariffs or is it in relation to the employment print tomorrow? And so we won't know.
Where my globalist quote?
Does Trump mean it when he says he doesn't care about what the stock market is doing? Because the stock market's sending a pretty clear message. The bond market's sending a pretty clear message. And for that matter, the options market as well.
Donald Trump cares greatly about the stock market. He cares greatly about optics. And so he's sending that message that he doesn't care so that people will think he will do the unthinkable. And so as long as he keeps that on the table,
I hate to break it to you guys.
He's driving the message.
I'm curious as to how much support he has
the old guard is
Washington,
changing.
within his own party. And I know publicly it's basically
You know what made me realize it?
The optics. But a lot
Damn,
of what
Waller
he's done
could
so
see
far,
rate cuts
he had the
after
ability
March
to do it
Fed
on his
meeting.
own. There are a lot of other
fucking Waller, bro.
out in his speech to Congress
Yeah,
tonight.
I don't know if the market's going to listen to him.
If he wants to get that stuff through.
The old guard. Well,
Are they
listen,
comfortable?
I learned this through Solana. So the other day, Lutnick was on Bloomberg, right? And Lutnick was on Bloomberg, and they asked him about the data. And Lutnick was like, dude, this is Joe Biden's data. What are you saying right now? And Lutnick went off on him like we heard today. He was like, stop with these ridiculous questions. What are you acting right now? Like, this is literally old data. This is all Joe Biden. You could try to pin it, and then as smug as possible. I actually like Jonathan Farrow, but he was just trying to be like, well, he said, so you mean to tell me all these people rely upon this data, use this data, and trade billions of dollars off of it, and you don't think it means anything? And I agree that that's a fair response if this was like 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Yeah, because guess what? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean the old guard is dead, because this whole idea of just because people put billions of dollars on it does not mean that it's legitimate. Does not mean that they care. I play every single piece of data, and I think it's bullshit. Like I've seen Solana move billions of dollars in a minute. It does not mean that it's it doesn't mean that that's reliable data. It does not mean that, oh, well then if that many people took a market cap to $10 billion, oh, well people are trading on that. Does that mean, yeah, it's still a scam coin? Exactly. They feel me, bro. They feel, so that's what I mean by the old guard. Is just like we've seen too much where the data is kind of useless, or we've watched big money moves on absolutely like nothing, just water, not even water, just sugar, not even, just all this bullshit. So in a weird way, yeah, it could be a new paradigm. I hope we get there where we get back to objectivity. Oh yeah, shit, we got some video.
Things that have been taken from us many years ago. We've been treated very unfairly as a country. We protect everybody. We do everything for all these countries.
This is the audio from those
a lot
clips.
of these are globalist in nature. You know, they have. If you're outside of the United States, you know, it's going to be a little bit different. we just weren't treated right. We were ripped off as a country. I've been saying it for a long time. $1 billion in purchases, and we're doing great. To a certain extent. Biden, however, when he came in, they never enforced that deal. So that's the only thing that basically you have globalist companies that have been ripping us off that won't be able to rip us off any longer. I think that's what the big charge is.
Have you been influenced, some of these exemptions that have been announced and some of these temporary delays, have you been influenced in those decisions because of the market reaction?
Well, there are no delays at all. No, nothing to do with the market. I'm not even looking at the market because long term, the United States will be very strong with what's happening here. Now, these are countries and companies, foreign companies, that have been ripping us off, and no president did anything about it until I came along, and then I did a lot about it. You know, we took in tariffs from China $600 billion. Nobody else took in 10 cents from China. They never did. But when COVID came along, we had to focus on COVID. We did a great job. We got rid of that. We ended up handing over with a market that was higher than it was previous to COVID coming in.
Long term.
But this is very much about companies and countries that have ripped off this country, our beloved USA, and they're not going to be ripping us off anymore. So, you know, I think that has an impact on the market.
Mr. President, sir, this is a slate of nominees that's been prepared by the Presidential Personnel Office. It includes a number of sub-cabinet level appointments, a number of your ambassadors that have been previously announced, and also, crucially, given the administration's concerted effort to focus on violent crime, it includes a number of U.S. attorneys in major cities that have real crime problems.
Okay. Some very good people, too.
Thank you, sir. And then we have a number of ceremonial proclamations that Lindsay
You can post plays, yeah, as long as it's specific and as long as it's not after one of my plays.
The first of
so
which
don't post my
is
Stream Alerts plays unless you made it before.
March 2025 as Women's History Month in honor of all the wonderful women in your administration, all the wonderful women in America, and in honor of everything you've done for women and this administration has done for women in just, what, a month and a half? So.
Yeah, we've done a lot, and women have done a lot for us, right? This is an honor. We have a wonderful woman here, Maria Bartiromo.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you, Maria.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and thanks for all that you're doing for women.
Thank you. She's going to do an interview of me later. Maybe I shouldn't do this interview. I should be like Biden, not do any interviews. That's great. Women, we love you.
We love you too, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So the second one is a proclamation proclaiming March 2025 as Irish American Heritage Month in honor of, to commemorate our amazing friendship between America and Ireland, and to just honor all of the Irish Americans. And I'm a little bit biased because I'm American and Irish, but
well, great people. Yeah, great
St.
people.
Patrick's Day is coming up as well.
And they voted for me in heavy numbers, so I like them even more. You have to like it. You know, you're not supposed to, but you have to like that. All right. So for the Irish American people, proclamation. Thanks, Lindsay.
Mr. President, your envoy, Steve Witkoff, told us a little while ago that if Hamas does not release hostages, that the U.S. and Israel could take some action. What does that mean in your eyes? Is that military action? Would you join strikes with Israel?
Well, you're going to find out. I had the honor of spending a lot of time yesterday with quite a few of the people that we got out, and I can't believe how badly treated they were, really badly treated. Stories that you wouldn't even believe. Some of it was documented, some of it was so bad you couldn't really, I don't think you can put it on. And it's a shame, and they said one thing, they have 59 hostages, of which many of them are killed. They want to know if we could just continue. They said without us, look, Biden wasn't able to get anybody out. We came along and they started releasing. But we have 59 left, of which 24 are living. The rest are dead. And I put out a statement. It's sort of self-explanatory, I think. But somebody's going to have to get a lot rougher than they're getting. It's a shame. And those 24 that are living, because they were with them just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, depending on when they got out. But they said they're in very bad shape.
You spoke today with your cabinet members and Elon Musk.
I did.
What did you tell them in regards to Elon Musk and his authorities to carry out actions?
We had a great meeting. We had Elon and we had some of the representatives for the business reps. We also had most of the cabinet members, not all of them. It doesn't really pertain to all of them, but many of them. And I thought it was a really good meeting. It was about cutting because everybody knows the country's way out of control in terms of the number of people. We have many people that don't work. We have many people probably that aren't even living that are getting checks. And we're finding all of that out, and it's being reported. We're going to save hundreds of billions of dollars. We've already saved a lot. And parts of it are contracts that are expired that we're paying on. Many crazy things that, you can see it happening. It shouldn't happen, but you can see it happening. You see a lot of it being put out. But the other thing I think most important for today, I want the cabinet members to keep good people. I don't want to see a big cut where a lot of good people are cut. I want the cabinet members to keep the good people, and the people that aren't doing a good job, that are unreliable, don't show up to work, etc., those people can be cut. So I had a meeting, and I said, I want the cabinet members go first, keep all the people you want, everybody that you need. And it would be better if they were there for 2 years instead of 2 weeks, because in 2 years they'll know the people better. But I want them to do the best job they can. When we have good people, that's precious. That's very important. And we want them to keep the good people. And so we're going to be watching them, and Elon and the group are going to be watching them. And if they can cut, it's better. And if they don't cut, then Elon will do the cutting.
So, Mr. President, is that a reflection that you think Doge and Elon Musk have been moving too quickly?
No, I think they've done an amazing job. They've done an amazing job, and look at what they found. I read it the other night in the speech.
I think that was the most bullish thing.
Billions of dollars
Musk on a leash
down the drain to things. That's not a.
And then Waller's still being bullish.
Contracts where
CNSP
billions and billions of dollars was just thrown out the window. It probably got kickbacks. I'm sure there were tremendous kickbacks for the people that authorized those contracts. But no, Elon has been really teaching everybody about the numbers that you can do. But what I want the numbers, but I also want to keep the good people. We want to get rid of the people that aren't working, that aren't showing up, and have a lot of problems. And so they're working together with Elon. And I think we're doing a really great job. We're cutting it down. We have to for the sake of our country. You can't have that kind of fat. It's bloat, and like nobody's ever seen before. Where you need 20,000 and they have 120,000 people. And you just don't need that many. And it happens with companies, and it happens with governments.
I think our spy call was too good. They robbed us.
But we're trying to
that would have been the 1,000%er, bro. How did that happen?
Next year we could balance the budget. I think there's a good chance we could balance the budget next year. We have a lot of good things happening. Plus, we have a lot of revenue things happening, like today with the shipbuilding. And this gentleman behind me is going to create a lot of jobs. And he's about the biggest there is in the world. We had the biggest chip maker in the world here a few days ago. He's going to be spending $200 billion on building plants. We're not giving him any money to build it either. It's that chip act is ridiculous, where the Biden thing, where they give billions of dollars to people that have nothing but money. They're not going to spend that money. They're just taking that money. We're giving nothing. They're coming in because of the tariffs.
Current Trump tariff regime doesn't compare with first iteration.
But with respect to people, I said, I want to cut the people, but I want to keep the good people.
President, tariffs, sir, can you walk us through the next steps on this? Steel and aluminum tariffs are due to kick in next week on Canada, Mexico, and every other country. Are those going to be modified as well?
No, those are modified. Those are happening next week. And the big one will be on April 2nd when reciprocal tariffs. So if India or China or any of the countries that really, India is a very high tariff nation. I'll tell you what's a high tariff nation is Canada. Canada charges us 250% for our milk product and other product, and a tremendous tariff on lumber and things as such. And yet we don't need their lumber. We have more lumber than they do. We don't need Canada's lumber. So what I'm doing is I'll be signing an executive order freeing up our forests so that we're allowed to take down trees and make a lot of money and then reharvest trees. Also, we're cutting fire divides. A fire divide is a 50-yard to 70-yard swath where the trees can't, it's long enough so trees don't burn forever until you can get them out. And those trees can be sold and made a lot of money with. So, but we'll be doing that. We don't need trees from Canada. We don't need cars from Canada. We don't need energy from Canada. We don't need anything from Canada. So where we can be self-sustaining, which is in most things. Look, we have more oil and gas than anybody. Our forests are massive forests. We're just not allowed to use them because of the environmental lunatics that stopped us. So I'm going to be freeing that up very shortly so that we don't have to go to other countries to buy lumber. Why should we be buying lumber from other countries, paying tariffs, paying big prices, extraordinary prices, and we have lumber. We have the best lumber.
Who needs your trees?
And this USMCA exemption
Who needs a tree?
announcing today for this 1 month.
What do I look like?
It's just
The
a
forest?
modification, short term.
I don't need it.
Because I didn't want to hurt the American. It would have hurt the American car companies if I did that.
Would you consider the same sort of
Yeah, you got all these.
exemption
Markets are not pricing in any serious
We're not
long-term
looking at that,
inflation.
no. No, we're not looking at that, no.
TPS for the Ukrainians who live here in the U.S.?
What about it?
Are you considering revoking the TPS status for the more than 200,000 Ukrainians who live here in the U.S.?
What are you saying?
The Ukrainians that are here in the U.S., they're under a TPS status.
On GPS?
TPS, temporary.
Oh, I thought you said GPS.
GPS.
Yeah.
It's like my dad, bro.
There was some news saying
What do you GPS, DTS? What do you mean? DPS, GDS. What do you?
We're
What
not
is
looking to hurt anybody.
GPS?
We're
Why?
certainly
You
not
have an
looking to
iPad.
hurt them.
Use the
And I'm looking
iPhone,
at that,
GPS.
And there were some people that think that's appropriate.
Why
and
you
some
need the
people don't, and I'll be
GPS, huh?
making a decision pretty
GPS,
soon.
EPS.
But we're not looking to hurt them. Especially Ukrainians. They've gone through a lot. Yeah, Peter?
The clocks are going to spring forward on Sunday. When are you going to get rid of daylight savings time?
Okay, are you ready?
Wait.
So, this should be the easiest one of all, but it's a 50-50 issue. And if something's a 50-50 issue, it's hard to get excited about it. I assume people would like to have more light later.
Wait,
Some people want
we
to have
shift this
more light
week?
earlier
No.
because they don't want to take their kids to school in the dark.
No. Does
And
that happen this weekend?
It's very much, it's a little bit one way,
No.
but it's very much a 50-50 issue. And it's something I
Is
can
it good
do,
or
but a
bad?
lot
Do
of
I get
people
more
like
or
it
less?
One way. A lot of people like it
Fuck.
the other way.
So when
It's
I
very
wake up
even.
at 4, is it
And
really going to
usually I
be
find
3?
When that's the case, what else do we have to do?
No.
I got to ask, because you were talking about this in your joint address, you were talking about Butler. It's been 7
Yeah, it'll
months.
be 3.
Why do you think we don't know more about the guy
No.
who shot you in the ear?
Yeah. Oh, well, and the second
Time I
one
wake up
with all
at
of
3
the
is
cell
if I have
phones, so,
emergency poop. That's
I
happened
wanna
twice
find the
this week,
answers
to
I
be
told
honest.
them. In
You
fact,
know
today
that
I
2 of
said,
these
I
days,
wanna find- we
in
can
the
no
midst of
longer
my ab
blame
workouts,
Biden
I've woken up
for
at
that
3 a.m. because I had to
He
shit
should have
myself.
released that a long time ago.
Oh,
So
I
they
could do
are
it, but it's
giving me a
not
report
ideal.
next week sometime, and
Dang.
I do believe I'll be releasing. I want to release the report. A lot of people have asked that question. You had one who had 3 apps, 2 of which were foreign, supposedly.
I almost sell that last
And who has
McDonald's.
The biggest
I made it
white
free,
shoe law
but
firm in Pennsylvania.
I got
even
12
though they
cents.
don't live in necessarily
Yeah,
a
all
white
right.
shoe
Well, I
area.
got 100 on it
What's that all
yesterday.
about?
100%.
Laura, you know, the law firm.
I'm just taking the money
other
because
one
that
had
expires
7 or
tomorrow.
6 cell phones.
So if it's not like a spy
I don't have
play,
6 cell phones.
if you have any single stock
And
name
why
that
would
expires
somebody
tomorrow,
have 6 cell phones. So we're
then
gonna
there's
be
value.
releasing
Try
a
to
report on that
monetize it
soon,
unless you
Peter.
think
But
it'll hit
just
tomorrow.
Based on what you're saying right there, the lack of information and the data points that you just gave, does that make you think that there's some part of a
10-minute rig?
It could be. Well, it makes other people think that. It makes me think it a little bit too. I say, when you have 3 apps and 2 of them are foreign, and you had an FBI that wouldn't report on it, they didn't want to say why, I would say that could be suspicious. And then on the second
Oh, those Chewies.
assassin,
These are all free. So I got a bunch of free
and by the way,
plays.
I have to tell you, Secret Service did a great job.
They're worth even like a couple bucks, but shit, why not?
But on the second one, he
I
had
play cheap,
6
Habibi.
cell phones. That's a lot of cell phones. And a couple of them had some strange markings on them. So, yeah, I want to find out, and I would be willing to release it. I mean, maybe there's a reason that we shouldn't, so I don't want to get too far ahead of my skis, but yeah, I would be very willing to release that. I'd like to see it. I want to see it myself, Peter. Not only you, I want to see that one myself.
Mr. President,
may I?
Yes.
President Macron yesterday said that France was ready to offer its nuclear protection to other European countries. What do you make of it? And in this case, would the U.S. also maintain nuclear
The spy
umbrella
calls
for
we
European
got are
countries?
washed.
Well, France is also
So why are
willing
you
to put
telling me that?
soldiers into Ukraine for
Almost
safety
see. Did you
reasons
say
if we
anything
can
when
get
they
it.
went
I
up
will say
100%
that,
or no?
we've made a
Did
lot
you
of
just
progress
wait
with
till it
Ukraine
goes
and a lot
down?
of progress with Russia.
So you were
over the
here,
last
Musk on a
couple of
leash,
days.
589, spy flushing. So yeah, why are you telling me that? So if we both know the play, we both have it. I didn't make it free, but I'm curious to why he's letting me know.
China
Is
will have
there a
an
reason
equal
you're
amount
telling me?
within 4 or 5 years.
Is that, or
And
is,
it would
is
be
it
great
just,
if we could all
is this a conversation
denuclearize,
starter?
because the power of nuclear weapons is crazy. It is crazy. And, you know, I was very far along a process with Russia.
My fault. He
Despite
wants
the
his money
Russia,
back.
Russia,
I didn't
Russia
charge him
hoax, which
for it.
didn't make it easy. It was a
I
total
thought I was
hoax,
being helpful.
a total rigged hoax by
You're just
some bad
saying? No,
people.
but like, why are you just
despite
saying?
that, I was very
I'm
close
trying to
having
figure
a
it out.
program with Russia,
kinda odd.
denuclearization, and we're going to get China. I spoke to President Xi about
I don't
it,
like it when they ask
and he
me
would have
for
been very
plays.
happy to have gone
I don't
along
like it
with
when they tell me about the play
But,
I own, because then people will ask me
bad
about the
things
play I
happened,
own like they
an
don't know
election
about
that
it.
was rigged.
So there's a lot of
happened,
confusing
and
logic.
so
I could
we,
refund
had to
him.
come
Yeah,
back
I
4
didn't
years
take
later,
anything,
but
so I could
I would
refund.
very much like to start those talks.
Mhm.
The opposite of what you
I just
say,
wanna
the
know why.
denuclearization would be incredible.
Mr. President, on the auto tariffs that you were talking about, I know yesterday you spoke with the big three. Did you tell them that no more exemptions were on the way, and what was the
I
reaction?
told them, that's it. This was a short-term deal. And they came back to me yesterday. They said, could we have some help on the tariffs because of the speed? And I said, look, I'm going to do it, but that's it. Don't come back to me after the April 2nd. I don't want to hear from you after
Try to make.
April
I'm just
2nd.
saying
We're not
though.
gonna be doing it
If you have a question,
anymore.
let
I
me
wanna
know.
help 'em.
But
What was the
I do
response?
know every play that's up or down.
They didn't complain.
Sometimes I
But
do
I helped
forget,
them
but
short-term during this
like I
short-term
showed the premiums. What you
transition.
should be
April
paying
2nd is
attention
gonna be a
to
very
is,
big day
is
for
why
America.
that play,
Mr.
why the
President, my
price,
understanding is that
why
the
did it
longstanding
hold
US
up, all of it.
Is that we do not negotiate with
Yeah,
terrorists.
so like I'm
So
down
that's
like
the decision
$5.
to send
That
from your
you don't
team to
think
negotiate
that's
with
more important? Like, that's
We
what I was
are
saying. Like
having
watching. If you have a
discussions with
question, I'd
Hamas.
love to further your
We are
education
helping
on it.
Israel
But
in those discussions
any other
because we're
thing,
talking
I know.
about,
You should see the other plays I lost on.
Israeli hostages.
I did good on. You should have
And,
seen the other plays I killed it on too.
We're not doing anything in
Bro,
terms
MO.
of Hamas. We're not giving cash. We're not giving $6 billion like
Yeah, this
the,
is all we heard this
other
earlier.
administrations give. In fact,
All right, man, final
59
five.
hostages out, and we gave nothing. In 59, we gave nothing, not including what's going on with Hamas. I mean, I consider that something where we're helping Israel for the most part. We had a couple of hostages, as you know. We got a couple of hostages out, American hostages.
Mr. President,
But certainly, Peter, I do. You have to negotiate. There's a difference between negotiating and paying. We want to get these people out. If you would have seen the people yesterday, maybe you did, I don't know. But if you would have seen them, the way they spoke about their captivity, it was unbelievable. It's terrible.
Are you thinking about making any changes to NATO where a NATO country gets attacked, but they're not paying enough dues, so the United States doesn't defend them?
Well, I've said that to them. I said, if you're not going to pay, we're not going to defend. I said that 7 years ago.
Premium, I
And
know,
because
but
of that,
I
they
mean,
paid
this is the
hundreds
thing.
of billions of dollars.
That call,
I said, if you're not going
the
to
same
pay your
one,
bills,
like you'll
we're
tell
not
me if
going
I'm
to
down on it
defend you.
$5, but
And it also went
truly
for
the real
attack. But if they
learning
got
lesson
attacked, they said, well, does that mean
is that
you won't
imagine the only
defend us?
call
I
that I
said, "Are you
publicly
current?
showed you and I said,
Or are
hey,
you
watch
delinquent?"
this.
They said, if we
I didn't
were
tell you
delinquent,
here,
would you?
here,
I
here,
said,
here.
"No,
I actually
would
told you
not."
here,
And
and I
because
said,
of
wait
that,
till
as
it
you
goes
know,
to 30.
hundreds of
But
billions
you
of
got
dollars
exposed
came into
on
that. You wouldn't have
stream this
NATO
play
right now
at
if
the
I weren't
very
there. And your
lowest
previous
of the day.
Secretary General
That I think
said
is
that.
more
He
important
said he's never seen anything
than,
like it.
especially
When
now
I
I'm
came
break
to
even
NATO,
or
when
a little
I first
bit
had my first meeting,
up.
I noticed that
But yeah,
people weren't paying their bills at all.
So yeah, I'm trying to say
And
that's
I
what
said
I
I
want
should
you to
wait till my
realize. Like
second
you should
meeting,
really
and I
be.
did. And
Again, I
brought
put
that
out a
up.
stream alert
And I
at
said, if you
9
don't
in the
pay your
morning,
bills, we're not gonna
telling you this
participate,
play.
we're not gonna protect
Watch
you.
it at 30.
And
It was
when I
trading
said
for
that, as soon as I
$1.30.
said that,
But that's
it
where
was
it's like you
amazing
could,
how the
if
money
you really
came in.
want to
The money
learn
came
on
in,
how
and now
I'm
they
finding
have
these,
money. But even
you
now
should pay
it's not
attention
enough.
to that.
It's really not enough. They
But
should
if
be
you
paying
are
more.
waiting for, oh, it didn't make me money, it didn't do this, well then maybe I think you could find another channel that'll sell that shit to you. Because that's not what I'm selling. I'm selling the fundamental knowledge of it. You get what I'm saying? That's what should be appetizing. Where you guys are asking, how the fuck am I doing this every day? Like seriously, how the fuck do you call that out in advance? And then we're getting it 90% cheaper.
Country.
That's the money
We
right
have
there.
to maintain, and we want to pay off debt. We have a lot of debt, but that'll start coming off quickly when this all comes around. Look, we've been supporting the whole
Ontario
world.
tariffs
You
on
mentioned
U.S.
NATO, and
on
you mentioned
Monday.
other things. We've been
Ontario Premier.
supporting the whole world. When I first came in, we were paying almost 100% of NATO. NATO it was crazy. We were supporting NATO. We
Oh
were
yeah,
paying
final three.
the
Wrap it
bills
up,
for
bro.
other countries.
I think we have
And yet
Broadcom
the
earnings
same
after the
countries,
bell.
mostly European, you
If
know, the
if they're
European
bad,
countries
it's gonna
were
be ugly tomorrow because
ripping us
Marvel
off
was bad. They're already
in
down
trade.
6.
They
But
won't
if they're
take our
good,
cars,
it'll
they
pretty
wouldn't
much
take our
net out
agricultural products. They
whatever
wouldn't
happened
take
with
anything. Yet
Broadcom.
we were taking their cars by the millions, Mercedes and BMW. And
This might be a
little
stupid question. Am I
Volkswagen,
planning
all
on
of
buying shares with
them.
margin?
We were taking their cars,
Is
they
that
weren't taking
smart
it.
or bad?
We were taking their farm products. They weren't taking it.
So listen,
It's a total ripoff, and yet
I'm
we
not
were
gonna like
protecting
ban you or
them
some shit, you know.
by giving them the
But I
money.
would just be
And,
that's not
you know,
that's not
that
wise.
adds up
It
to a
really
bad-
depends on your
a bad number
situation.
at the end of a lot
That's
of
the
years,
real
and that's what
answer. Like
happened.
leverage in the right place,
And now it's
right time. You
for
know,
this
maybe it
country to
could work.
stop being
But
ripped off.
I would
I
have
had
more
that
of a
done
plan
very
than just
much
like,
in
hey, I'm
the
feeling
first
margining today.
administration.
You
But
know,
then we
so
had
I
to
would try to
focus on
avoid
other
it
things at
unless,
the
I
very
mean,
end
what's
with
your plan?
COVID.
You got to sell me on it.
And,
But if you're just like
but we had
wondering,
the greatest economy in history.
don't.
We had the greatest
I
economy
mean, here's
in
the
history. I
deal.
think we're going to redo it here.
If you
but
ever
even
let
better.
the devil drive,
And I wanted to
sometimes
do
he will
what we're
not
doing
give
now
the
in
wheel
first
back.
term, but we had
So
so
when it
many
comes
other
down to
things to do. We had to
margin,
fix the border,
that, my
which we did.
friend,
We
is
had
a
to
little
fix,
dance with the devil,
our
depending
military.
on what
We
you're
rebuilt
doing,
our
why you're
military.
doing it,
We
and
completely
how you've
rebuilt the
handled
military,
it. So
only
just
to
be careful.
watch
Your
Biden
first time
give so
using
much of it
margin, so
away
yeah,
to
I wouldn't.
Afghanistan.
I would. What are you
can
trying to
believe it. That's not
accomplish?
even
Is the
believable.
better question. Like, what
It's
the
not
fuck
even
are you trying to
believable
do?
what
Why
he
do you
did.
want
The
margin? Can we
damage
get it
that
without
that
margin,
man did, or that
why do you
administration
want to
did
go and take a line
to
of
this
credit
country is-
to buy a
is,
stock?
Frankly, not even believable.
Let me ask you this: when was the last time you took out a line of credit to buy something?
Millions and millions of people to come into our country. Many of them were murderers and drug dealers and gang members and people from prison for very heinous crimes. For him to allow those people into our country, and now
Trying to
we're
flip
spending
shares or sell covered
tremendous
calls.
amounts of time.
Yeah,
and
but I think
effort.
you're just
Nikki
bored.
and
So
Tom
you have
Homan is
$55,000,
doing an
right?
unbelievable job, but we shouldn't. We
If you
shouldn't
let
have to
your
be spending
boredom get
anything
the
on
best
that.
of
We
you,
have the safest border ever.
you won't realize
Now
it
we
till
have
that
actually,
55 becomes
as you
20.
saw, the numbers just came out. Where we
If you're
have
smart
actually
and
the
not,
lowest numbers
don't try
in
to
the
make
history of our
something happen
country.
for no reason.
But,
we could
we
almost
shouldn't have had to
guarantee
do
that 50
What we-
goes to 100.
What we're doing now is
Time.
we're looking for murderers. Can you believe it? We're looking for murderers because thousands of murderers.
Oh shit!
some-
5 seconds.
About 50% killed.
I was just trying to
more than
save
one
homie
person.
for margin. 3, 2, 1.
One killed 5 or 7.
Ding 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 ding.
On Peter's question, are you going to make that policy, U.S. policy, that the U.S. would defend NATO countries that don't pay?
Well, I think it's
Hey y'all. All right, listen. Today was wild. Even why does it look like Peter is like sitting on his lap? This is a weird angle. It looked like Peter is just like a little child right next to him. Anyways, sorry, ADD. PHILO, we cut short. The market got crazy. We had another wild day. Oh, you don't see it? Yeah, look at Peter. It looked like he's on his lap or something, like, right? Why is he so like, it's like a weird view. Oh, that's a split screen. That's why. That makes sense. I was like, why are you so fucking close to him, dude? I like you, Peter. You got some hard-hitting questions if it's not a Republican. But other than that, I was like, yo, why the fuck are you all up in his grill? All right, that was good. That was a good misinterpretation. But here's the deal. Chad, thank you for being here. We had to run through PHILO today. and then we came back. We had a lot of good things, but can I say something? For real, man. All of you who have really supported and have truly treated me like a friend and brother, and y'all have supported, I hope you know in your heart, bro, I'm serious. Like, I never desired anything more than just being here. You know that? So y'all giving me shit, y'all supporting, throwing money at me, throwing love, all of it, bro. Just thank you. And above all else, all that matters is you, man. You know that? For real. And I'm very grateful for those of you who have, like I said, bro, like family, like a brother, like a sister, the way that y'all have had my back, the way y'all have been involved in learning, all of it. So thank you. That's what I want to say. So good game, but on my heart, because I'm even looking at and I'm like, I want to blow. I was like, I want to blow the horn. I want to do some other things, but like, just nah, bro. Pure, just thank you, bro. I'm so humbled by you. But the rest of y'all, I don't give a fuck. And that's what seriously, that's why it's so contradicting. But there is some of y'all, you have really earned a space in my heart. And I'm just grateful, bro, for real. And I hope we could welcome more people into our family, but I'm already grateful for the family the Lord has provided. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for everything today. Those of you who vibed with me, didn't get in the way, had info, y'all had my back. Supported me with the news, everything else. Y'all even answered other questions. Y'all were a part of it, baby. So thank you. Even if you threw in a don't know, all of it, man. Y'all showed a lot of love. So I'm sorry if you had to hear anything you didn't like, but I know some of y'all know me, bro. As if some of y'all, you don't fucking know me, and it's obvious. But for real, man, thank you for your time. And maybe you're in the middle. And if you're in the middle, you don't know me, you don't not know me, you don't love me, you don't hate me, I really want you to get a long term. And let me show you. Let me show you what everybody's here for. Let me show you why we have a cult-like family and why some people will despise me but will be relying on the info. So let me show you. I would love to show you. So thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Trump is still talking. I might be able to play some. I just got to get this phone call real quick. So you got New Uncle out. If you haven't listened to it, then I don't know what to tell you.
Some people don't even have dreams. You know what I'm saying?
God bless you, Enzo. Chase 20!
Chase
it, man. Amen, bro. Amen, dog. That's it, bro. One day I'm going to go Joker. I love your thank you. I appreciate it. But it's not about the money. So I'm grateful for y'all. But that's it. The people, bro. Let's really fucking do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's change the world, Chad. And it starts with all of us, one at a time. We're going to own the land. We're going to own the equities, baby.
Looking back, these bitches Southeast said, good more, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitchin'. Just show me that you don't get it, look. Now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach, the big leagues ain't throwing underhand. I'm not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad, mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll bought more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water, but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm out with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back.
So out mine with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life's a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. $3,004 an ounce. That's a crazy line, you know that? You gotta think about what he's saying, bro.
Some people don't even have dreams.
He said $3,004 an ounce.
Blessed enough to have a dream.
That sound like a fair rate.
Bro.
Word is gold. They only kept theirs too late. Wow. I'm listening to it again. I don't care. I'll get you Broadcom if there's easy numbers. HP, I think, came out.
I had a dream like Martin. Then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southeast said them. Good morning, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't trying to be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach the big leagues, ain't throwing underhand. Not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad, mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll buy more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water, but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm out with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back.
Say hello to him. Say hello.
Hello, who am I saying hello to?
Chatadonia. I'm still live.
What's up, Chatadonia?
Still live. I'm gonna make him listen. I know. I'm about to. I released the Uncle song today too. I don't.
I heard.
Yeah. We're gonna do. I'm gonna make him listen to it again because I'm talking to you now. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
You're welcome. I guess you're welcome.
So there you go. That's lending to his chat. That's it. Go get a house.
What's up, bro?
Do you want any promotion? Do you want clients or no? Is that?
Yeah, baby. Bring them on. We want homes and loans.
Homes and loans. Is there any? What was the question I had? I had one loan question earlier. Can you get somebody a loan in, I think, Tennessee if they don't have good income, or they have self-employed?
Yeah, I could do that. They're self-employed. They have bank statements. They're on the up and up. They don't need to show the income quite on tax returns, but we could get it done. Bank statement program, DSCR, the works, baby.
And you could do Tennessee?
I could do Tennessee, baby.
Wow.
I could do Tennessee. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. So, Chad, hold on. You have to listen to it one more time now because I need to finish this call. Please hold. That's Marcus at the end. It's nice.
But if you blessed enough to have a dream, chase it, bro.
I had a dream like Martin. Then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southeast said them. Good morning, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach. The big leagues ain't throwing underhand. I'm not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad. Mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll buy more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water, but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm on with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back. Hey man, it's a cup. 2020. Check me. Racist, I love blue faces. Let's face it, won't do Nathan. I'm playmaking all new statements. Stay patient, my moves Jason. Been banking on puss lately. Win-win, what I do mainly. You could tune in, watch it move, baby. Turn YouTube to a new station. First off, got one thing. Fuck y'all like you ain't got dreams. Tough talk, but little small things. They slip on me like a box spring. Hot jinx, y'all saying the same. No, I blow in Jesus' name. I thinking that, cause then I had to pay. I kill it every day, don't hesitate. You meditate, I call it pray. You scared of me, if you feel like pray. Don't be a demon in Jesus' name. Got lots of money, that's the preacher's name. No, I'm kinda funny, but could teach you things. Your mouth is running, but didn't hear a thing. That's kinda funny, they tryna teach me things. They still asleep, but don't believe in dreams. Speaking kings, I did it solo, man. And I don't own a man, but I own the pad. And my bitch is bad, but that on all the land, all the continents. And I can tell this shit, they tryna test the shit, but won't take a sit. Only command the men, send the older shit. You know I know my shit, like the older kids. I'm like an older prince, I whip an older pen. Racist, I love blue faces. Let's face it, won't do Nathan. I'm playmaking all new statements. Stay patient, my moves Jason. Been banking on push lately. Win-win, what I do mainly. You could tune in, watch it move, baby. Turn YouTube to a new station. Fuck y'all, I'm back again. They say I'm lucky, they keep on happening. They say I talk a lot and I'm rambling, but they listen to litter and this a big ass plan. Sit your bitch ass down, don't get back up. Don't need good luck, I ain't got no fucks, cause I got nothing to give. I need another crib, you need to pay your rent and get off my dick. You fake bitch, two-faced it, clout chasing and truth hating. Your mouth moves, but you ain't do Nathan. You a damn fool, but still school hating. Do you, I ain't complaining, I'm just saying your life's wasted. My month pay is your life statement, that's a weird flex, that's motivated. Racist, I love blue faces. Let's face it, won't do Nathan. I'm playmaking all new statements. Stay patient, my moves Jason. Been banking on push lately. Win-win, what I do mainly. You could tune in, watch it move, baby. Turn YouTube to a new station. Monday through Friday, baby. 30 minutes before open. Come. God bless y'all.
Some people don't even have dreams, you know what I'm saying? But if you blessed enough to have a dream, chase it, bro.
I had a dream like Martin, then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southeast sad them. Good morning, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach. The big leagues ain't throwing underhand. Not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad. Mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll buy more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water, but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm on with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes.
All right, so Broadcom 160 EPS versus 151, revenue 14.9 versus estimate of 14.6. The highest estimate was 14.8, so they killed it. Adjusted EBITDA 10.08 billion. Estimate was 9.6. Highest estimate was 9.994. Then next quarter guidance revenue 14.9, estimate 14.7. Adjusted EBITDA 66% of projected revenue. And then Broadcom record Q1 was driven by AI, semi, and infrastructure software. We continue expected strength in AI revenue of 4.4 billion in Q2. That's big. So yeah, they killed it. Broadcom killed that. So that's gonna net out everything. That'll help your calls, especially because there was some bad chip vibes this morning. So out mine with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. I love that song. I'm glad. Do you guys don't know how crazy that is? I didn't even leak the Uncle song. You have never heard that till today. That's an accomplishment. Because remember I was telling you how I just always leak them all? So yeah, I'm glad. I hope it caught you by surprise. Did you like that, or do you want me to just keep leaking them? Because I don't know if you could handle that uncertainty. Yeah, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. The hocus pocus ain't about magic. It's about focus. So tragic when I notice that you should know this. Oh, man. It's fresh, I know. Because now you're like, is that on Spotify? And I'm like, it is. I like it, though. But Chad... Oh, yeah, bro. And, dude, I might actually. So, I don't know, you guys. I might have to go. Like, I don't know. If this deal is falling apart, I might literally need to go to Miami tonight, tomorrow. So, I was asking you guys for help if you had any places, but you might. If this deal in the next hour, if this gets fucked up, bro, I might. So, I don't know. I might be late tomorrow. If tomorrow's Friday. I don't want to go. This is for terrible reasons. Terrible, terrible reasons. But, yeah, I hope I don't have to. But if I do, we might be mobile tomorrow. I know, bro. We're almost there. We almost have 10,000 listeners. I've never had 9,000 on here, so I'm surprised. But, yeah, let's do it, baby. Apartment, could I collab? So, listen, I think you should get an apartment if the only way to do a deal is to collaborate with me. I would love to help you out. However, my primary goal for all of you, don't ever do a joint venture in real estate unless it is absolutely necessary. So a lot of Chads know this because they've came to me with deals and they're like, hey, Josh, you want to do this deal with me? And I'm like, hey, that's a good deal, but why would you give it to me? It doesn't make sense, right? If you have the money, you have the loan, you found the deal, don't let anybody in on it. Don't let me, you don't need anybody. It's more problems. I want you to capture the money. That's what should be happening. So if you can't get the money, you find a steal of a deal and you need to work with somebody and you would have gone to any other person, then yeah, I would love to help you out. I could help you out better. But at the end of the day, my goal, one of the objectives, when you do these deals, you don't want joint ventures in real estate. That's how a lot of people get fucked over. And that's how problems and people want to split real estate 1,000 times over. Nah, trust me. You want that 100K, 200K for you. I've had Chads do this. I told them. So, and they thanked me for it at the end because they didn't need me. So if you need me, I will be there. But ideally, get your ass a deal, a good one. You won't even need anybody, and then you capture all of that for you. And then again, 10 years, 20 years down the line, buy me a house, okay? You guys know that, right? So it's cool. Don't even trip. But, like, I think down the line, one person's going to buy me a house one day. So just in case I lose all my money on the yen or something one day, I will have that Chad house available. So thank you. Thank you. But Costco. Oh, shit. Costco's little revenue thing came out. They beat. Missed on EPS. Comps rocketed 8.6. Jeez. And then Gap had something big with their earnings. They're up. But, yo, Costco update. Why are they down? Comparable sales were killer. Oh. Add value. Well, listen, if you have any off markets now, or any real estate right now, that would be a good value to me. I mean, even if I don't buy it, I'd like to have you guys involved because I think eventually if you have the hustle to even look, you're going to find one day. Does that make sense? Same thing with real estate is what I believe about coaching. Like some people would be successful no matter what. Even if they never had a coach, they would do better. Why? Because they just have that mentality. They work hard. Most of the people who seek out a coach would be successful because they're actually looking for a coach, if that makes any sense. Not in a way where I'm trying to sell you a mentorship, you know? That's where people twist it and pervert it. But if you have that, you're going to do it. Same thing with real estate. Like if you're the type where you're curious enough and you're like, damn, I see the value, and you'll go out there and look for properties, I want you involved because even if you don't have one right now, you're probably going to run into one. And I think that's going to be money for you, me, somebody. But that's why I'm like, feed it, baby, feed it. But on that note, Chatadonia, you've had a lot of uncle. We should have a live watch list tonight unless I need to be on a plane. And then again, email me if you're in Miami and have a plug. I need real estate. I think this guy smokes weed, so I don't know. Maybe that too, but either way, I love you. God bless you. And I think that's it, man. I think that's it. So go read the books. Richest Man in Babylon. Proverbs, New Living Translation. And The Strangest Secret in the World. And don't forget why you're here. You're here to have more hunger than anybody. There's people in jail and there is people in poverty that don't deserve to be there. So let's go, baby. If you are somewhere where you don't belong, that's it. Game time. You should be hungry. Let's get what you deserve, baby. Why, baby? Why? Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Woo! Let's go, Chatadonia. So maybe I see you tonight, maybe not. God willing, I see you in the morning. And let's go. Let's get a Friday, bro. We worked hard for Friday. I can't believe another Friday, baby. But I love you. Have a good one. And peace out. Hi. No, hi. What about me, Josh? Hey, you watch Josh too? Come on, Don. Don Lemon. Don Orange. Fuck Don Lemon. You know why Josh doesn't like Don Lemon? Because if you spell Don Lemon backwards, it's actually Lawn Demon. That's his name. You know that? That's it. It's Don Lemon backwards is Lawn Demon. Yeah, he's like, what's the play? Why would you have a Don Lemon when you could have a Brad Peach? No, seriously, I mean it. Yeah, anyway. I tell you, Josh, I know Josh. Everybody steals his shit. He's a good guy. You take his hard work. You use the fact that it'll help people against him. That's why they always complain. They try to bring up other people. They're rich. This guy got paid $25 million in a year to listen to Josh. Yikes. That's it. I'm just saying. Don't worry. We'll get Josh in the White House one day. One day. Let him work. What matters more? The veterans. We need to do something. $6 billion. I don't know who's listening right now. But if you're listening and you don't support me on this, you're terrible. You don't like America. Why wouldn't we help them? You're alive because of them. Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. I just switched the voice. Okay, I gotta go. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.